Well, let's dive into the fun part of this. So it doesn't sound like anybody had anything particularly interesting to do in that rest period. Perhaps there's some stress and tension knowing that those last three operations were kind of small compared to what you're looking at now. You see in front of you, well, below you, you haven't descended down into the atmosphere to make your threats yet. But you see below you a city that has thousands of people in it. Um, and from what you already know of Kanagiris, a lot of those people, a good portion of those people, will be combat capable. So if they don't take to your threats, then you're either dealing with a population that will fight back on the ground, or you're killing a lot of people.
Yeah.
I'm curious, does that weigh heavily on Jai?
Uh, I'd certainly prefer not to to kill a bunch of people if I can avoid it, hence why I'm making threats instead of just going straight for terror bombing.
Terrible. I mean, that's a great word for it. I'm gonna use that.
Um,
Why are you gonna use that? Are you saying that's what we're gonna have to do?
I mean, you guys have a haven set up on one of these planets that doesn't have anti-ship weapons.
yeah. Yeah, that is true.
Not that that entire preceding conversation had anything to do with that.
I think I think are you asking if the idea of having to do that weighs heavily on Jai, or if actually doing that would weigh heavily on Jai?
I think I'm trying to get an insight moment, and I'm gonna do this for all four of the characters here. An insight moment on what they're thinking. You guys have say that you guys have already talked about this. Um, Unless talking about it would cause problems with any characters. Um, I'm not hearing anybody speak up, so sounds like everybody's more or less on board with this.
I'm on board with it on the premise that we are sticking with threats. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Sounds
Hmm.
good. So yeah, let me get an insight into each character as they're as the Raza is moving into position to drop on Gardenia, and you've got about 2 minutes before well, Zoe's looking at a timer because Zoe's sitting in the pilot seat. I'd imagine. Um, you've got about 2 minutes 2 minutes before arrival. So let's hear what Jai's in uh, inside thoughts are.
Um, hmm. Could you actually delay on me for a moment? I need to give this a bit more thought myself.
I can. I don't want to spring this on anyone else. So does anybody have those thoughts at hand?
Hmm.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Now is that excited from Zoe?
No. We're doing this because we need fucking we first of all we need to keep the corpse from getting the hands on fucking like
Battle droids.
automaton soldiers or whatever the hell they are.
More of them.
Although at this point I feel like they're doing a pretty good job getting regular soldiers, so anyway. Um she's not thrilled with the idea and she's not happy about killing people. But, you know, breaking eggs, making omelets, whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah, break a few eggs.
Which is
Uh,
not,
I'd
which is
rather not
just,
have to break the eggs, but
which is,
sometimes the eggs put up a fight.
yeah. Let me be perfectly clear. That is not a good justification. This is Xander talking now, but it is the kind of justification that I think that a 19-year-old would have about it.
Hmm. You gotta scramble your eggs before making an omelet.
Yeah, let's just say she spent a little bit too much time with her father over the made her a little bit more bloodthirsty.
Yeah.
That's actually totally reasonable. He is pretty cutthroat.
Yeah,
Mm.
I picked up on that.
You mean it didn't take until the conversation he had with Jai for you to figure that out?
Eh, I picked up some context clues. Don't worry about it.
Um, I think in this situation, like firing down on the mercenaries' position if they fire back at us is not going to be too much of a problem for Jai at this point. I mean, they made their bed; they can lie in it. He won't exactly be thrilled at
Waste.
doing killing a bunch of mercenaries or a bunch of the local military forces. But he's not going to be too upset about it. If
Yeah, we're
he's
not
if
attacking
he's
civilians.
right, if like the situation here requires firing at like civilian targets, that would be a situation in which he might be a little conflicted.
I'd go with the word perturbed.
Like yeah, if well, firing down at the city, he'd probably be willing to do if it was to deal with the local military political leadership. Firing down at, say, the refugee camp would be a bit too far, if that makes sense.
I think so. Uh, Meowkin or Nox, ready?
I mean, I think I pretty much stated my. It's like I'm kind of going into this, uh, deceiving myself in the concept of, it's like surely we'll only need to use threats. Um, I guess worst come to worst, as I said, it's not civilian targets. We're talking mercenaries and military, right? So these are people that basically, you know, have chosen a life of danger for whatever reason, but we're not talking civilians. So
And Nox, and if this is putting you too much on the spot, please let me know.
Charlie didn't exactly sign up to the Raza to uh, join in on war crimes, which is what this is looking like if we just start orbital bombarding people.
I don't think we decided to start orbital, but we're, ultimatum first, right?
Just to be clear, the announcing our presence with 24 hours of orbital bombardment was a joke.
Yeah, maybe. I hope I didn't miss something there.
No, you guys are
Oh,
going in with
that actually that actually brings up an important question. We can't orbital bombard, but can we orbital telekinetic ram?
What is the range on that?
Line of sight.
Yeah, all the telekinetic powers are just line of sight, I'm pretty sure. So if you can see something unaided, you can
Yeah.
shoot, you can hit it.
Okay,
Maybe
well,
below the
I
cloud
point
line.
at the window. Yeah, I point at the window. There's the planet. Knock yourself out.
some
Although-
of you
One
may
car-sized chunk at
What?
a time.
Yeah,
Sorry, which window do we point out of?
yeah, that's right. I forgot.
All
Time to
the
get in the
windows are.
spacesuit.
Zoe, remember, all the windows are virtual.
That's right. Yep.
They're all
You
computer
got-
screens.
You finally
that's
got me with that.
that's easily
No,
surmounted though.
Now hold on. I thought we were virtual Windows. I thought we were running Linux.
No. The Raza
The-
has
the-
its
the
own data
Windows-
protocols.
The Windows run on Linux.
But remember, that is all easily circumvented by Charlie simply putting on the pressure field and using kinetic
Walking
transversal
outside.
and walking on the ship.
Yeah.
However, me being the type to overcomplicate things, at one point I did research how far a human can see. And amazingly enough, there was actually a study done that came up with about 2.6 kilometers is how far a human can see a candle flame in nighttime conditions.
You know how far I can see? I can see stars.
Well, that's just because of the blow to the head.
Yeah, are they spinning around, Meowkin?
Oh! That explains so much.
All right. So let's bring the Raza down. I've got your list of demands open in front of me. I wish I could pop out individual messages from Discord. That'd be neat. Is there anything in particular that you want to do while Jai is broadcasting this? As far as tone, is he doing it video from the bridge of the Raza, which might be recognized by some folks, the bridge itself. I guess that's basically it. What tone is he hitting here, and is he doing it with video? And then of course I'm going to want a Well, you tell me first, and then I'll decide which skill check to ask for.
I think in this case he's just going for sort of this is what you're going to do. I'm not this isn't really an argument. This is just a statement that I expect you to follow.
Here's the
Um,
rules.
Right, laying down the law, sort of going full authority mode for this.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a. I think lead is probably appropriate to the situation, and I know that it's your good social skill.
Okay.
So we'll do a charisma lead.
I can give you one of those. Lead. Did we make a plan for this?
I
I honestly can't remember what happened. Sorry.
No, technically we have not. Actually, that's a good point.
Okay.
Um,
Could we have waited could we wait
Oh,
an
I
hour to
started.
make a plan?
Yeah, you guys have time, the timing of this in your hands.
Right. So I think in this situation the plan is, of course, descend through the atmosphere, have our guns powered on to max, ready to fire, start broadcasting. Depending on what they do, we'll either put down next to the vessels and secure them. Let the ice ferret down as well, and then start moving over the rest of the city to make sure everyone's nice and secured. Occupy the main military headquarters and see to the mercenaries. If they resist, of course, we immediately turn our guns down, blow up the ships, and turn them to the ground emplacements while they're still not powered up and unmoving, so we can do that without too much issue. Is there anything we really want to add to that?
yeah. So we need to particularly finish or specify any particular roles here. I think for planning.
Okay.
We're having the ice. Was the ice fair the one you mentioned secure in the HQ, or is that just a general goal?
Um,
Because that may be.
I think having the ice ferrets secure the HQ is probably the best way to do about it, since they're the most experienced part of the crew.
And I guess they can also, yeah, spearheading this specifically. They may need more resources depending on.
Mhm.
The rest of us will pretty much just be on the Raza.
Yeah, and at least until we land. Um, there is the possibility of like checking and making sure they cut off the radio signals, so that's going to be on Nemesis. Um, Probably a good idea to hmm,
And cutting off.
yeah.
As needed.
Yeah. Is there anything Arch or Nox, do you have any things you want to add to this?
I think.
Nope.
I'm good.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the ultimatum was the biggest part of the plan. So
Right.
just referencing the ultimatum, object-oriented programming.
Okay. And then yeah, just like securing the area, moving people out, and then starting the whole recruitment thing.
The recruitment thing was a joke. Are we actually planning on trying to recruit people from here?
Uh,
At least
Mostly
offering
just
them temporary jobs at the very least while we're here.
the main thing is going to be offering them temporary jobs so we don't have to do a lot of the salvaging and have a larger workforce here.
And
Gotcha.
also it would ameliorate any hard feelings if they're still getting paid.
Right. And while that's happening, we can probably send a few of our own boys in to check the thing that they aren't looking at in the destroyed city, the entrance there. So that's something.
So that would be that would probably be investigating the thing in the destroyed city would probably be a separate plan.
Right.
And the thing in the destroyed city would probably be a separate plan.
So are we good?
So that was another entrance to the same facility, right?
No, I think that
Or
might be a
different?
different facility. I'm actually pretty sure it's a different facility.
Okay. So that would probably be our main focus is once we've sorted out the whole salvaging operation that they've already got going on here and taking control of that, then we
Mhm.
investigate that. I like that idea.
Yep.
That would be our role as players. Unless Dexter has something else in mind for us.
We'll see what mysterious plots Dexter has.
Dexter's
How he's
just
playing.
trying to get the chat
What?
bot working right now.
Oh. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Charisma. I'm gonna probably should re-roll that. Um, I guess the question there is, would an 8 get us to a success on the plan?
This is not so much of a pass-fail check. Um, this was just to see about where
All right.
Jai's performance is, and so I think it would be unfair of me to say no, you can't re-roll that because it's technically a success when technically a success is still a 2. So if you want, you can go ahead and re-roll that if you want a better result.
I
Okay.
think the other question is whether you can get up to a +1 from the plan.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and just because you're gonna want the highest you can get anyway. So go ahead and roll the +1, the administer.
Sorry, my character sheet got. Oh,
Christ.
what are you rolling?
Both bad
Oh,
rolls.
I think we were gonna do the +1 roll first.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, yeah, that was still pending.
So 8.
Okay. Well, an 8 is still better than a 7. And I assume you don't want to use your plan reroll for that.
No, not at this.
Yeah,
Okay.
a little early.
All right. Oh, thank you, bot, for announcing me again. All right. Going back up to your list of demands. As the Raza is descending and Jai is broadcasting, a few things happen. Some are absolutely expected. As soon as your transmission has gone on for a couple seconds, basically time for relevant leaders to either see it or be called up and said, "Oh shit, something is happening here." There's a burst of radio chatter. Uh, this continues even after you specify that all radio communications will cease.
All right.
That part is being ignored.
All right.
I'm shocked.
Yeah. Who's manning the guns right now?
Whoever you want to be manning the guns. Let me put you over on the ship page.
Pretty sure, like NPC wise, I think we've had Libra doing it, but
Yeah.
I don't know if we have anyone better.
And to be clear, the radio chatter is from all over the place. It's not necessarily the mercenary ships. In fact, most of it is not the mercenary ships. It is there we go. It's parts of the government radioing across to each other. Since they don't have a cell grid or a comm grid, radio is their only means of long distance communication.
Okay.
And I have to think that you guys would have expected some of it anyways, because they did need to radio over to the general and say, "Hey, look at your screen."
All right. I'm going to go ahead and all right. Libra, fire a warning shot just outside the city limits.
All right.
Boom.
Why don't one of you, Lulu, go ahead and pull up Libra's character sheet and have her make a quick skill check.
Okay. Libra, skill check. Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
I guess roll the administrate check.
Does a +1 get anywhere?
Yeah, a +1 will improve that.
Okay.
Man.
Where?
Okay.
There's all the good rolls.
Yeah,
Decent
you're
rolls, at least.
stealing all the good rolls, Nemesis.
Okay. Warning shots are fired, and that results in a spike in radio communications and then a considerable drop off.
All right. You have 20.
Oh my god, look at your screen.
Yeah.
Boom. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Correct.
I was just going to follow up with that with like you have 20 seconds to signal compliance.
But how are they supposed to signal?
Flags! Oh gosh,
Get
what's
out
the
your
name of that?
semaphore.
Yeah, semaphore.
Oh my god, fucking semaphore.
Yep. And you have 20 seconds to make a fire and start sending out smoke signals.
Oh my god. It's amazing.
Or I'm pretty sure our cameras are probably good enough. We can see them, step out of their building, wave their arms, flail their arms at us.
Please, God, stop shooting at us.
Yeah, now that you guys are closer, I was wrong when I let you guys read newsprint from orbit before. I was mixing up the observation suite of drones with the survey sensor array with ships. They do different things.
I mean, arguably, I would say a ship could very easily have the equivalent of the observation suite.
It possibly
least.
could,
The
main thing with the observation suite is that it's fitting that equipment on a drone, on something the size of a drone.
So
Right.
Wait, hold on.
But anyways,
What does the observation suite on a drone give that the survey scanner can't have?
well, per raw, the observation suite allows you to read newsprint at up to 2 kilometers away. The survey sensor array is more for penetrating and diagnostic kind of information, as opposed to spying on people.
Okay.
And I had mixed them up in the past. I'm only saying this as a joke against myself. As the Raza is descending, you absolutely will be able to see if they started waving flags.
Or whatever it is that they do.
Yeah, I bring it up as a joke against me because I was silly one time. Just one time.
Just one time.
Only once.
I mean,
Never,
I'm pretty sure it'd be
ever
really.
after that.
I'm pretty sure it'd be really easy to slap an observation suite at a couple points around the Raza.
Maybe, but we're not going to do that and make my life more difficult.
Honestly, I think the survey sensor probably has it covered just because of what it presumably can do. I mean, with the full spectrum.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Let's go.
yeah, fair enough.
You do get transmissions back. This is how these people are signaling compliance. You get transmissions back from, let me go down a list here. Someone who announces himself as General Alonso Galan, and in a very brief, compliance signaling message, says that he looks forward to negotiating with the Raza in good faith.
Insight
Press-
check.
Press every button to doubt.
It's too short for me to actually let you roll, but you're more than welcome to have your character doubt.
That sounds like a communication.
No,
Barter
I believe
barter.
him.
You get a fairly friendly friendly sounding message from Avenging Apollo, Captain Theodosius Crow, from March, as he points out. It was powering down and awaiting further instructions. Would you like me to put these names and stuff in chat?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes, please. Can I say it any quicker? Yes, please.
Yes.
Oh my god, please.
I know. Too many names.
I've already forgotten half of them. And there's only been one.
Well, one of them has a lot to it.
Yeah.
And you receive a quick and curt standing down from the Tachyon Griffin on, I guess,
Tachyon Griffin. Nice.
there has been no response from the other Corvette.
They must be
All right.
third shift and they're sleeping.
What's the? Can we get a scan on their weapons and drive system?
Yes, you can. Pull up my handy dandy sensors chart. Where are the rules? Where'd the rules go? Alright. Sensors and scans. It's not one of the standard questions, of course. Refresh my memory. Have I made you roll a program check, the sensor check, for determining the power status of weapons and drives?
I honestly cannot remember.
Yeah, I don't remember. I want to say no, but
My inclination
I don't know.
is yes, because one of the things you don't need to roll for is obvious weaponry.
Mm-hmm.
And that was actually kind of a component of Zoe's phantom weapons, was that it made it look like there was obvious weaponry on there, so that people wouldn't need to scan. Um,
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, because like what weapons are mounted is something you have to scan for.
yeah.
So I would
So
think that the status of those weapons is kind of underneath that.
go ahead and roll it. And remember that you do have a +2 bonus from the survey sensor array.
I think that's only for hiding. Well, I guess they're kind of hiding.
I read it last night and it doesn't specify. I don't remember specifying that the +2
That's
was
okay.
only for one thing.
Any rolls with survey? Oh, you're right. +2. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just that it comes after the sentence talking about improved attempts to detect other craft when scanning a region for
Yeah.
stealthy vessels, and then it's dot any rolls with survey center. Right. There's some wording issues occasionally. Or it's just the fact that it
Yes.
immediately follows that statement makes it sound like it specifically applies to that, but there's not, like, looking at it, it actually does not indicate that. Very misleading. I want my money back.
Their weapons and engine are not powered down, and are not showing any signs of powering down.
All right.
But
Uh,
they have to be suicidal to try something.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and let's go ahead and ping them. What's the name of that ship? Did we get like a
Oh yes, you do still
a
get the
name
name.
from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something you don't need to scan for. They have the whole type, obvious weaponry and damage, and register ID code. Probably it's damaged and it can't shut down power.
Nope, there's no obvious damage.
All
Okay.
right.
There is
Attention-
obvious damage on the Tachyon Griffin.
Right. Attention, Gravity Sentry. This is the captain of the Raza speaking. Respond immediately, or or you won't have a ship anymore in about 20 seconds.
And you were really on a roll there until the end, and then you just kind of
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it.
you were trying to find a nice way of saying respond or we'll blow you the fuck up.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't. That's not a thing that you need to worry about. You don't have to say that nicely.
Okay.
You
I would be delighted to scatter the atoms of your starship to the four winds.
You also don't have to go Shakespearean.
a
So who cares about the four winds anymore on a spaceship?
The four solar winds.
a Korean man appears on your video screen and stares at you.
All right, I hold up my
Ah.
hand and start lowering my hands and start lowering my fingers one by one.
The transmission cuts off and the ship takes off.
Yep. Libra, open fire.
Have we considered that maybe they don't speak whatever language you're broadcasting in? Just throwing it out
They're
there.
clearly running away though.
Yeah, I think at this point,
mean, I don't mind.
Basic.
I'm just pointing it out.
it's a possibility, but they
Yeah.
probably should have sent like a
They should probably speak spacer.
they should probably speak spacer, and they should probably have sent like a confirmation message just to clarify rather than taking off like this. Libra, open fire.
All right, go ahead and have Libra make an attack roll. This gets a little bit fun with roll 20. I don't know if you remember, but you'll need to open up the Raza, click one of the phase charge cannons, and apply her attack bonus as a bonus to that.
Right, and she's got that. Oh, so let me get that open. Raza, where are your? Oh, yeah, you're Yeah, this is a weird system.
Yeah, it's
I
it's mostly a hindrance,
right.
a problem with the Roll20 system. I know that the Roll20 Stars sheet designer has ping-ponged ideas and workarounds so that you could actually just roll this with whoever. Oh, you don't actually need to edit the thing.
Oh,
I was just gonna have people enter their own bonus or whatever attack bonus it
oh,
is.
so just when you roll, you enter the
As a
bonus. Okay,
modifier.
Yeah.
that makes sense. So is it? I was hoping for a fire all weapon situation. Is that something we can do, or do you only want one attack?
We'll only do one attack and then roll initiative if more are needed.
Okay, let's do it.
This is essentially a pre-combat attack. Okay. And
I
that
assume no.
is
Oh,
nah,
yeah, I assume that misses.
that is not going to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Pull them up.
Okay.
All right, and now you can go ahead and roll initiative.
Ship-based initiative. How did that work again?
It is a D8 plus your pilot's int or dex.
So Zoe roll initiative.
I don't suppose it'd be possible to try and throw an EMP that way.
I mean,
Not that quickly, and I can't remember what we
Shit.
said it does against the external ship.
We have it written down over here.
Okay. I'm glad we wrote something down on that.
all right, let me look up how space combat works again.
Yep. Oh, I should probably
Like,
also have an initiative tracker.
Targets
one
with hit
hand-
points such as vehicles, starships, androids, and robots with more than one hit dice instead take damage equal to 1d12 plus your con or whiz modifier with a physical save for half damage. Starships automatically pass the save and subtract their armor from this damage.
That's right. Okay. What were you saying, Xander?
I said we should, like, on one hand, if we want to learn the rules, we should probably have fights more often, but I don't want to have fights more often.
Yeah.
Fine.
All right, so we've got 4 PCs. Jai's taking the captain slot. That'll put the bridge slot at Zoe. Comms is Nemesis. What were your skills again? What were Charlie's skills again?
Mostly psychic.
Right.
Also sneak and exert.
Right. So they'll probably be taking a lot of general actions. That's fine.
Huh. But I could rename these. Oh well.
All right.
Probably, if we're doing a chasing down, defeat ECM is probably something we could choose to do. Though we're probably just gonna be firing all guns.
What's going on?
I'm just kind of mumbling how the pursuing a target. It's like probably defeat ECM for communications if that's an option you'd like to go with.
Okay, so first let me address Nox's question about throwing an EMP. Um, It will be difficult because he will again have to. In fact, it'll be incredibly difficult. He will have to um, get himself outside the ship and not blown off by the atmosphere through any maneuvering that the Raza is doing. Is the Raza lifting off and, well, not lifting off, but is the Raza turning and flying in pursuit of the ship, or are you just going to fire from where you're at?
I assume we're going in pursuit.
Okay.
I don't understand the downside of not chasing after them.
Because doing so signals immediately that it's acceptable to disobey our orders and
No, no,
makes
no.
the situation down here more dangerous.
That's what I'm saying. Why would we not chase after them?
Oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
Yeah, you're good. I was like, yeah, I know all those things. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
That's my bad.
I'm only asking for clarification because the downside is that Charlie would put himself at significant risk if he tried to EMP them.
At that point, I guess at that point it wouldn't be worth it.
Doesn't kinetic transversal basically give you like the equivalent of like mag clamps or something?
Mm, I mean, I
Um,
guess it might as kind of, but not.
it treats his gravity essentially as whatever plane he's walking across. So if he's walking horizontally across a wall, then his gravity is aimed at that wall. But with the speed of starships, and in atmosphere with the resistance of the air, um, I would have you make a skill check with first with telekinesis, and if that failed with exert to not get blown off. To give you some idea of the difficulties, I don't think the telekinesis one is going to be difficult. I'm putting it at an 8 only because he'll be concentrating on the transversal as well as getting the EMP burst off and targeted. If that 8 fails, then the exert will be more difficult at 10 to avoid falling to the ground.
Okay.
Are those chances you want him to take?
Falling to the ground also wouldn't be dangerous because of impact sump,
I
but it
think,
would just be the once a day thing.
yeah, you've used that. We're still in that same day.
Are we still on the same day? Oh, then never mind.
We are still in that same day, yes.
I thought we had changed days. No,
Nope, not yet.
don't even have the effort for that.
Ah. Okay. So yes, the kind of annoyed it didn't let me change the name. I thought I could change names in the turn order, but oh well. The gravity sentry is speeding off as the Raza turns and gives pursuit. Well, actually, doesn't even need to turn. Starts giving pursuit while turning. And Raza has initiative. Have you all set yourselves in departments?
No, I don't
Did
think
I
so.
not make a... Oh, I didn't make a departments grid. I made a Raza grid.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. I'm sorry, that was... This is something that I should have done last night. Alright, let's clear all this off. Bam. Map. Should be able to just go like this too. And layer map. Everything's showing up. Alright, perfect. All right, there is your pilot. Oh, why are they different colors? That's gonna bother me. What else we got? We got obviously we got captain and engineering. Am I missing any departments? I don't think so.
There's
None.
there's bridge, captain, engineering, comms, and gunnery.
Gunnery.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. I'm
And
good.
then there's general actions, which I guess is not really a department.
Right.
Yeah.
So go ahead and just drag your pog into whatever section you are in.
Can't see
None
my
of these
pog.
have names, and I don't.
Hashtag
None,
poggers.
there
Am
are
I
no pogs.
Still on. Yeah,
The
you'll
GM
need
layer?
to move the pogs in from your character list.
Yep. So what? Okay, there are the
There
names.
they are.
Yeah.
Look at all this room for activities.
Mhm.
I thought I dragged it in, but I apparently am not. Is there some other way to drag them in?
Did you grab it by the hamburger handle?
Yeah.
Grab it by the name.
Uh,
Especially with Zoe, you have to grab her by the name.
like that? Oh, okay. That's weird.
Did you say the hamburger handle?
Yeah, I don't know why it's called a hamburger menu. Because it looks like a patty between two buns.
Oh. An
You've
actual
never
name
heard
of
it called that? Yes, it is.
Ow.
And Charlie, you can be over here in general. Just to, put your pog on the map somewhere.
Or you could be, really in any others.
he's
Okay.
in charge of gunnery.
Yeah, he can tell the gunners what to do.
And now we get back to our last ship combat. You can fill the remaining spots with NPCs. You do not have to have a PC in each spot, but each PC is going to be controlling one spot.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys want me engineering and damage control or if you guys want me flying. So
Let's see.
I think we already have more skilled flyers, right?
The crew can all do that, so I guess.
Hmm.
I'll be in engineering then. I'm
But-
giving her all she's got, Captain.
Hmm.
Who should be our pilot?
Um.
So
Probably-
Android's still on the ship, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but I need
Android?
to convert her to an
But-
NPC.
okay.
Just, I guess, assume she's a skill 2 NPC for now. Then. That probably seems the reasonable way to go about it.
I suppose. I really just need to remove her from the ship. I tried, but you guys didn't let me.
Yeah.
I like you, but
Put her in there for piloting for now.
I figured out
Android?
why I couldn't find her last time when I couldn't find her. I had moved her to the retired crew section.
hold on. Let me see. I know who our pilot's gonna be, y'all.
Oh, Meowkin has unlocked secret skill.
No. Oh shoot.
Let's see.
He isn't even on the ship, I thought.
No, yeah, she ain't on the ice ferret, but just imagine if she was secretly an expert pilot, skill 4 pilot, just waiting to unlock the power.
Alright, so as an NPC, Android effectively has a +3 on skill checks with which she is skilled. It's not much, but that's what we're doing with her for now. I would prefer going, in the future that you guys find a better NPC, just because of the awkwardness of Android, unless you want me to fully convert her to NPC stats.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Which is actually something I can do, and would give her some benefit for the fact that she is an Ada. Um, so let me know how you feel about that. I know that there was some resistance to casting her off or writing her off because she was previously a PC, but she is still on the ship.
Well, she kind of has to be, right? Like, there's no way her character would be like, "I'm going on vacation. See you in 6 months."
Right,
What?
yeah. It's not quite in her nature. Plus, she would get shot by people for being
Yeah.
condescending at them.
I say we put Libra in charge of driving the ship.
Then who would be the gunner?
Charlie's in charge of that.
Well, in charge
Charlie-
of it, but
Charlie
well,
doesn't
we
have.
so we have guard. I mean, some of the at least the G1s can still fire weapons, right?
Mhm.
I mean, they would be skilled in that, so that's at least a one
They
shoot.
would be worse at it than Libra, admittedly.
That's true, but Libra
And
would
the-
be.
Yeah,
Wow.
because I thought Libra had piloting. Does she not?
Not that I know of.
I think
No.
she was. Wow, didn't. She was in charge of a perimeter vessel, right?
She was the captain of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Oh, and there were other androids, right?
hmm She would have as much. She can pilot a ship with as much skill as a C0, which is with a +1.
Not something you really want. Oh, a +1.
Yeah.
Could be worse.
Let's. I think just. Yeah, I think it's better to assume she's down in gunnery probably, and then we have Android on the bridge, or I guess one of the other crew, like Elena, maybe. I don't know. I don't really see the problem in using Android, but
Really weird putting Elena on at the bridge.
Yeah.
Narratively.
I don't actually think Android.
The
Well,
problem
yeah, I
is-
guess they did fly for a while.
The problem is, I think it feels really weird to put most of the NPCs at the bridge.
Well, I mean, Jai's there to take care
Yeah.
of them or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I think either if we want to escalate someone to our dedicated pilot, I think we need to kind of like RP that at some point, and get them used to the helm of the Raza.
The problem is, like, we've had like PCs who can do that, but we also keep losing new PCs. So
Yeah, that's why I think we just need dedicated. We need a couple dedicated NPCs, because really you should have, like, on a ship this size, you should actually have multiple pilots.
yeah.
I think
Whatever.
I think we just need to accept the fact that Android is our pilot, and
Yeah.
the fact that they don't have a person piloting them anymore is neither here nor there.
Let's just go with this for now.
I have set up a very basic Android NPC sheet, so you'll be able to use that, roll skills with that. And Libra, because I must have made a mistake at some point and gave her a +5 on the ship guns, she now has a +1 when firing ship weapons to attack. That's just become part of her permanent character across all campaigns. So,
Wait, hold on. I'm confused. She has the basic human stats now.
who does Android?
Libra
No?
for firing weapons.
I think
Well-
I think he's saying an extra +1, right?
Yes. Oh, yes. She has an extra +1. So her
Okay.
attack bonus is only +4, but I had previously put her attack bonus with the ship weapons at +5. So I've just decided that she has a +1 bonus to attack with ship weapons.
Okay.
It's almost like she's used to having her arms be extensions, weapons extensions.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know.
That's fine. So I guess I'm a little confused on how this works. Is it supposed to be each department has a turn or each PC has a turn?
It's supposed to be each PC has a turn. Um, but I'm not letting more PCs have a turn than there are departments, unless there are more PCs than departments.
Okay, so the confusing thing here is that one of the things is the captain decides the order in which the departments will take their action,
Yes, that's
which
why.
is different from the PCs.
So when you're deciding which department goes, let's say you pick bridge. I will then say, okay, which PC is covering bridge, or which PC is controlling the characters covering bridge. Um, One of you will have to do a little bit of double duty on that, and bridge department will go. You then just cycle through the rest of them. If you had 6 players, then you'd at some point be selecting a PC, a departmentless PC.
Okay.
If you had, like, let's say that Charlie did not want to be like, this is actually what the situation is. Charlie is not actually doing gunnery, but Charlie's player is.
Okay.
Think. Give me one moment here. And thank you for your patience. Ship combat has not come up too often.
You don't say.
Okay. So what I wrote out as a clarification last time is there are 5 departments: bridge, captain, blah blah. Each department must be managed by a player either by the actions of their PC or taking control of an NPC that is heading that department. If there are more than 5 PCs, then each player that is not managing a department may have their PC or an NPC take a general action at any point during the round. But the end result of it all is that there are 5 opportunities for action to be taken as long as there are 5 or less players.
Okay. All right.
So as you're rolling the captain, you just pick a department and we'll figure out who is doing what once that department is picked.
All right. So I guess the goal here is to generate a CP for the gunner so they can shoot things as much as possible. With that in mind, let's go ahead and do all the others first. Starting with, let's go ahead and start with comms, go to engineering, then go to bridge, then go to captain, and then go to gunnery.
And how many command points do we get per turn?
None. We have
Yeah.
to generate them.
Yep.
Oh, right. Oh, you start with me then. I guess.
Sorry, hang on. What page is that list on? Anybody?
117. Yeah,
yeah.
117.
Where's my rule book?
All right. So the goal here is probably to do the general actions that generate CP. If you don't have any.
Yeah. The question is, do I really want to go above and beyond? I really don't want to in this case, so I might just do my duty. And Jack can live with that.
Okay.
Okay.
I do my duty. Unless things turn more dire. Like, this is just us versus 1 Corvette right now.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any reason that we would not be able to catch up with them?
None that you can think of.
Okay, so they're not faster than us.
No.
Okay, then I will do my duty.
Okay, we only had 1 CP anyways. Now we have 2. We just need to do a duty and then fire all guns, right?
Oh, actually,
We can go above and beyond.
Yeah.
yeah.
You can always go above and beyond and do like some engineering thing or some.
Yeah, I'm gonna divert power to wherever we fucking need power.
Micromanaging power. Got it.
Yep. I've got the like soundboard mixer, except for it's hooked up to our various powers. I'm just sliding sliders around.
All right.
Oh, we're
Roll.
making a left turn. A little bit more power to the left engine.
Roll your int fix.
There we go.
Yeah.
Kablam.
So that's 4 command points we gain.
Nice.
That puts
So
you
we
up
are
to
at
6. 5. I
5,
was
yeah.
double counting Zoe. Yep.
Which brings us to the bridge. I guess.
Lulu, why don't you take control of Android here?
Yeah. Okay. Just to keep it simple, because I have no idea what her skills are anymore. I'm just going to have her do her duty.
She has ship-wide skills. So pretty much any skill she needs to do, anything she needs to do on a ship, she is skilled for.
So I have a quick question.
Mhm.
If we do pursue target now, do they get negative escape rating?
No.
So we have to wait until they actually try to escape before we can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, if you wanted to do pursue target now, you should have let them go before you. In the initiative order.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
Yeah. Wait. God. Okay. I think she's just going to use. Yeah, I'm gonna maintain that. She's just going to do her duty.
Okay. You have 6 command points.
Yep. And which brings it to my turn. I'm going to go ahead and use a support department to reduce the command point cost of fire all guns by 2.
All right.
Does that mean that they're going to be able to fire all guns 6 times?
No, I think it's only. I'm
It's only
pretty
once,
sure
yeah.
it's only once. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it's a single action.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
yeah. Oh,
I know what you're
it's
saying.
It's only reduced for a single action.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
So it's basically a slightly better do your duty.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, it literally says 1 action that department takes. No.
Yeah.
It says. You can do this once per round.
Yeah,
Well,
it's confusing wording, but if it meant it permanently made it reduced by 2 for the duration
Yeah,
around.
we could fire 1 weapon for free forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kinda.
So Dexter, I have a question here. The target systems that if damage gets through, does that apply to our weapons having the special ability to always deal
No.
damage?
No, it does not.
It would it would have to be without relying on that trait.
Yes.
That's a shame. Because I was like, well, that's actually really good to have a 100% chance of applying that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, Nick pointed that little problem
Okay.
out to me early on, and I was like, nope, that's not happening.
That's a shame, but at least now we know.
But that puts us on Charlie. Charlie, it's your turn in gunnery. You have 6 command points, and the first fire all guns you take costs 1 command point.
Then I guess we're gonna fire all guns.
Okay.
I don't know how to do that.
Just pop open the Raza sheet and go to the phase charge cannon. Then just since you're having Libra do it, just click the phase charge cannon and input +5 modifier in it, and then do that 4 times for each fire all guns you take.
Okay.
That's 1.
That's 2. That's 3. That's 4.
Wow, your roll bad streak almost continued.
How many hits was that?
That is 2 hits. And one of them is going to be converted to a crisis.
All right.
Actually, no. That's 2 hits, flat out.
Okay. So a 10 damage and an 11 damage. I don't remember how much
it's
armor
any
Corvettes
armor.
have.
It's probably 5 damage. Oh wait, no, we have AP 10, don't we?
Yeah.
I think Corvettes are 10 or 15.
I honestly
Don't
remember.
worry about the damage calculations so much. I have all those numbers in front of me.
All right. So yeah, you
Do we
have
still
4.
fire all guns?
Yep.
Okay, so gonna do that again. That costs 3 command points this time.
Yep. So you'll have
down
2
to 10.
left.
The glory of not having to play defensive.
That
There's
hits.
something.
And that hits. So another 13 damage.
Remember the phase charge cannons.
Another 15
Always really
damage.
spot. Yeah.
They are going to take a crisis for that first hit.
Okay, and then
So
we can
5
just fire
damage.
1 weapon for the last one.
Yep.
Let me roll their crisis first.
Okay.
Crisis ship blows up immediately. Wouldn't that be awful?
That would be terrible. Oh, it's a crew lost crisis. Alright.
Uh-oh.
Alright, you may make your last attack. Ooh, for 14 damage, they had exactly 14 hit points left.
Fun.
Bluey. Well, more like
Or whatever it was that happens.
More like
Yeah,
a
I found out it's not just a flat out 50-50 chance of exploding. It's this whole convoluted kind of if they do this, then that, or this kind of situation.
Did they make it out of the atmosphere? Because if they didn't, they're just gonna.
Well, that's true. There's definitely going to be a kablooey with that. I do want to refresh myself on what happens when a ship's... Okay, here we go. If a ship is reduced to 0 hit points, fighter hulls are instantly destroyed with all hands. That sucks for them. Large ships mortally damaged, so crippled ships can take no action and will explode within 2d6 minutes unless the chief engineer succeeds in an int fixed skill check against difficulty 10. I don't know where I ever got the idea that it was just roll 50-50 and the ship explodes on a 50% chance. This is clearly not that.
Have no idea.
Okay. After a terrifying barrage of fire from the Raza, the gravity sentry is twisted around in atmosphere. Oh, and I forgot to apply the freaking penalty to attack. Well, there it is.
Uh-oh. That's a big penalty.
I'm gonna look and see if it even would have made any of those hits into misses. It actually wouldn't have. They had an armor class of 15 or 13, and you hit by 2 on everything that you hit with.
Okay. So
a -2 is clearly not enough of a penalty. I'll have to make it a -6 next time.
I think you're.
Even cannot triple it.
I don't think that's how this works, Dax.
It is.
Now.
If we roll really well next time, can you triple it again to a -18 every shot?
Okay.
I think I would cap it at -10. But I like the way you think.
This might be stupid.
No, well, actually, if it's a 6, then that means my counter ECM perfectly negates it.
Oh, that's a very good point. See, this is clearly how it was intended to be.
don't think I don't think that's true
Except-
either.
Except next level, it'd have to be a -8 to counter my counter ECM to counter ECM.
That's fine. I can
Man.
increase it then.
I really wish they'd just have fucking rules for this, because this seems like something that would come up in a lot of games, and I
Right?
don't know why it's.
Atmospheric combat.
Yeah, maybe
I
there's
assume
something
they
in
intend no penalty, but
maybe there's
I
something
understand
in
why.
one of the supplements.
There's a gentleman's agreement that we only fight in wooden and paper airplanes when we are in atmosphere. You could still strap a huge engine to it, but you can only fly for about 14
Biplanes.
seconds.
I thought in
Mm.
atmosphere we use the vehicle rules for combat.
I haven't heard that anywhere.
Okay.
It might be.
You're the one in the
The only combat
Discord.
with worse rules than ship combat is the vehicle combat.
I'm gonna guess Discord probably falls on. Oh well, if it's saying there's no special rules for atmospheric combat. But
I've seen this discussion play out in the Discord, and
And it uses the correct name. Discord.
yes. So
Yeah.
back to this game, in which there is no Discord.
no,
Um,
none.
No, never.
The Gravity Sentry lists and the imbalance of engine thrust and it trying to fire off a cannon or escape. Not really sure what it's trying to do with what just happened there, but something exploded and it is kind of rocketing back down towards the ground. Fortunately, it did make it, or it did get to thrust quite a lot in trying to escape you. Unfortunately, there will probably be no survivors in the wreckage.
They didn't install enough life pods.
Yeah, that's their own problem.
Or yeah, I suspect most ships don't even have life pods. Does our ship have life pods? Ooh, I don't think it does. I think that's actually
No.
fitting, isn't it?
No, we either win or we die.
Yeah.
I mean, no room for that fit. That is a fitting, isn't it? I gotta remind myself now.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yep.
And
Okay, most
no,
ships don't
the
have
default corvettes do not have life pods.
I don't think most ships end up with them. Like,
They-
it's not gonna. Oh yeah, lifeboats. There we go.
They do have 3 plasma beams.
Mm.
That's kind of nasty.
Yeah.
I think, right? Plasma beam.
Yeah.
Armor piercing 10.
It's. I think.
Yeah, you're right. AP10. That's it.
They'll
yeah.
tickle you.
Yeah.
I still have some issues with the whole armor and weapons and thing. But I've
Actually,
been,
on average, they would do 0 damage to us.
yeah.
We upgraded our armor a bit, so. Yeah.
Yeah. The sky is silent.
That was unfortunate.
Mhm.
But you know, they did, not, they did exactly what we said not to do. They were warned. You gave an extra warning.
I feel.
And,
Yeah. The others on the ground will hopefully have learned the lesson.
They haven't even seen a fraction of our power.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, I
Yeah,
think they've seen
wow.
all of your power available
no,
at this
wait,
point.
actually, you're right. That was pretty much all of our power. They don't need to know that, though. They don't need to know that the big gun is disabled still.
Yeah. All right. Take us back around.
And all the others are gone.
The whole town crept off.
the town is just gone now.
relatively, that relatively brief moment. I mean, I guess that was still what? I mean, what ship combat round was very vague, but like usually like 15 minutes. Yeah.
I'm gonna call that about 5 minutes there.
And if I was doing my job, I would know for sure instead of having to wait for us to turn around.
You
But
know
I
for
didn't
sure
know
that all the other both the other ships are still there, and the
Okay.
town is still there.
I didn't go above and beyond.
Yeah.
I did my duty. That's enough.
All right.
Clearly,
Oh,
it was
dear.
enough. One might argue it was the exact right amount of work.
Yeah.
You ended that with zero command points.
Yeah.
It worked. All right.
As I said, the air is quiet. The airwaves are silent as you
Good.
return to hovering over Gardenia.
So
Lovely.
So like all going above and beyond, we could probably get 12 command points and fire weapons 4 times.
Yeah.
All of our weapons 4 times. 16
Yeah.
shots.
We could. It is possible. If we could. We could also like have you do your programming thing so we can give +6 to
Every single shot.
in
Yeah.
a round. Which would be nice. I probably should have double checked that because that's actually a really good bonus.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's what I was talking about. It's like if we're in a pursuit situation, fire all our guns. It's significant.
A
Bonus.
+6 would have made every single attack hit except for the one that rolled an 8, and that's only because of the -2 penalty.
Nasty.
I'll try to make sure I'll make sure to rethink that next time and make sure to let the comms go last.
I reminded
probably.
you, Captain.
Yeah.
I was disappointed I couldn't do anything more exciting, so I just did my duty.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Next
My
time we're in a
skills
ship
aren't being utilized.
next time we're in ship combat, I'll make sure you have your chance to do your duty.
Yay.
But yeah. Overall that went fine. All right. Take us down and have the ice ferret come down as well. Let's go ahead and get started.
All right, you guys descend near the oil garden. I can't remove one of these ships from the map because they are baked into the map.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the green one is now us. Also, when you said oil garden, I think you said Olive Garden. And I was like, yeah, free breadsticks, woo!
Oil Garden is a much less favored restaurant.
Well, I mean, I've eaten at Olive Garden. They put a lot of oil on their stuff, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has been a very long time since I've been to the Olive Garden.
Me too.
All right. As you are descending, you see that beside each ship there are a handful of armed mercenaries standing outside their respective ships.
Okay.
We walk out boldly and get shot.
Right in the head. Just zip. Campaign over.
Hey, free ship.
Actually, no. I'm thinking I'll send out my 2 combat drones first, and just sit in the Raza watching from those.
Okay. Oh, I still didn't make you drone pogs. I'm sorry, dude.
Oh, that's fine.
Actually, I'm going to send you a link to a site that I use for resources. I have a subscription to it, so I get to download them all and use them. So you find some drone icons that you like, and I will turn them into tokens.
Okay, I got a couple that I actually found something on Reddit when I was trying to look up some of that the bomber fitting stuff. Very little discussion about that, by the way. Like 0 on
I
Reddit.
saw. Yeah, I looked also. Nothing.
Huh.
Yeah, I'd prefer to use them from this site because I know that I can use them commercially.
Oh, yeah, that's a fair point.
Anyways, back to game. You've got mercenaries standing outside their ships. How do you want to? How are you proceeding?
Well, we've still got our guns on, so we could just blow them up now. That'd probably be the easiest way to do this.
Aren't half of those mercenaries the guy who was cool?
Yeah,
Working for the guy that was cool?
they're fine.
Well, I don't know if they're fine or not, but let's not immediately blow them all away.
Yeah. All right.
Actually, we're almost at 1 o'clock. Do you want to take your break now and then come back to greeting the mercenaries after the break?
Yeah, we'll say that. We'll say that Jai at least is heading out of the ship.
Okay. Well, let's do it like this. Between now and when we start back up, pull your token onto the map, drop it on the oil garden, pull any NPCs and drop them into the little oil garden section also that you want accompanying you to meet the mercenaries. And this is actually outside the ship, and we'll pick up from there. We will take a slightly shorter break, reducing the time by 2 minutes this time, and come on back at 1:10.
All right.
All right, I'll be right back.
Drones.
Put it back into frame. Put Nemesis back in the garden. Alright, so I see that we have a small crew complement ready to go out and meet the mercenaries.
Mm-hmm.
I was also gonna set up my my 2 security drones, the station keeping ones.
Okay.
To be posted up out like either side of the Raza, essentially, just watching the entrances, because they have the observation suite that can ping me
Right.
if anyone approaches the Raza too closely.
We'll go ahead and set up the old drone for that. Can't remember, does
Yeah,
that
I got-
automatically come with mission setup? It
There
does
it is.
not.
Currently, there's this one for the observation. I was
Okay.
thinking,
I'll
or
look at
one's
them.
outfit with the observation suite.
Yeah, I'll look at them all later. Not gonna put them in just yet. There are 2 drones on the field for you. Both should be
Hurrah.
controllable by you.
They are.
Excellent.
And then I'll have one of my gladiator drones ready to go if need be.
Now, Nemesis is being alerted by her drone control link that there is QECM nearby. It is not interfering with your drones at this point, but it seems like you won't be able to go into the city.
Okay.
Aha!
Good to know.
You
Nice.
finally found a method to force Nemesis to participate.
That's okay. We're gonna find a stockpile of Electro drones down there.
Now, QECM has always been in my arsenal. I just haven't used it because I keep seeing more conflicting information than what I had initially assessed. Such as the author saying it's easy for starships to just turn it on and off again, and I'm like, God damn it. Fine. I was also kind of annoyed because that's something that Xander had said, and I was annoyed at him being right. Alright, so you've got the captain of... Well, you've got the gravity sentry is gone. That's whose place you've taken here. You've got Captain Theodosius Crow from March of the Avenging Apollo, who was the pleasant greeting. And Captain Viola Yakovna of the Tachyon Griffin, who simply sent a terse signal of acknowledgement. Are you wanting them to both gather in front of you, or are you wanting to approach them separately?
let's deal with them both at once, I think.
Okay. Yeah. Motion for them to come around to gather. Are you just hanging out at the ramp of your cargo bay? Or did you go out one of the airlocks and climb down the ladder?
I think ramp at the cargo bay right now.
Okay.
Ram with the cargo bay is a lot more dignified.
Yeah, I imagine it is.
We need to get one of those for the airlocks. We just need to get this kind of same thing that extends out, like the old-fashioned alien spaceships thing. The ramp that extends out way ridiculously far.
At that point, it's just a slide, and that's not dignified either.
No, no, extends out so far that it's just a ramp. It's just a really long ramp.
Please wait 15 minutes. I'll be right back. The captain calls down from the top of the ramp as they walk half a mile.
Yeah.
It just extends over their ships.
Oh dear.
Anyways,
The crews gather. You've got about 24 people in front of you. An exact count would put I guess I worded it in such a way as he has so many crew, therefore add +1. There are exactly 24 people in front of you.
All right.
All armed with different weapons, but none of them holding them threateningly.
Probably reasonable. Since our guns are still powered up. Well, gentlemen, I appreciate you being a bit more reasonable than the late captain of the Gravity Sentry.
He was not a kind man. Nobody will miss him. That is
Not a
coming
very
from
wise
Viola.
one. Not a very wise one either. Well,
Yes, very pushy as well.
I
And
imagine.
when you come down with demand like this.
Well, you see, there were certain discoveries in the city recently that we have an interest in.
The combat droids.
none.
Good luck.
It sounds like you've been having some trouble gathering them.
What my colleague means to say is that who are these people even? The revisionists, the rivals? This group of Kanagirans have taken to the combat androids, and they seem to have imprinted on them. I doubt you'll be getting any of them.
Imprinted on them?
The droids imprinted on them, or them imprinted on the droids?
Droids
very
imprinted on Kanagirans. Yes, quite.
Well, suppose we could tear it. Oh, well, no. Well, it might be. I'm gonna say we can tear them apart for their parts still, but
Well, we could.
I
It's also
suppose if
possible.
they're active. that's a
It's
whole
also
other problem.
possible that they could be reprogrammed and et cetera, et cetera. There are options.
Androids are very hard.
Interesting.
To reprogram.
You say they imprinted like that. Are they proper androids then?
One of Viola's crew leans forward and is whispering to her, and she nods. The kind of android cannot be reprogrammed, built from scratch only.
Interesting.
All of them.
Yeah, that I think actually all of you have enough experience with androids by now to recognize that, yeah, those are the VI androids. They're not the special
Okay.
androids, they're just VI, which
Yeah.
reprogramming them, as I think I've stated before, is essentially like trying to reprogram a human brain.
Right.
Well, possible, but not very cost effective.
There is, I should note, an option there, though, that we have that other people might not.
Yeah, QEDs work on them.
Yep.
Yeah, and there are
Ah.
other options. They're usually, Xander's right, they're usually very specific technology and involve some kind of imprinting as if it were a fresh brain.
The question is, does a QED reset them to that state? Does a QED function as a factory reset for them?
No, actually, we've seen proof of that with our Android.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But then again, no, I guess it's pretty much the same.
And you know that her QED was running long enough that it went back to her construction.
Mm-hmm. Still, it might get the baseline stuff, and there are possible other options. Is it possible to do like a factory reset? I'm sorry, I may have missed what you said there.
That's all the QED would work with as.
Yeah, a proper factory reset has to be done at a proper factory with the proper facilities for it.
Is that such a place here?
Mm-hmm.
I suppose we don't know that yet, but
Mm-hmm.
I suppose they could have stored them somewhere other than where they were manufactured.
Yeah. So have all the androids been taken out of the facility then?
They
And-
both shake their heads. No, there are a few of them, a score of androids who refused to leave the little warehouse viewing area, staging area that they were housed in.
The display models.
Yes, quite. They might have been display models.
Oh, it's
Did
only
they?
half joke.
No. Yeah. You said they refused to leave. Why?
Oh, the Canagarians here did not tell us. Maybe they were just
So-
covering their own tracks.
So that would be something to speak with the local government about, I assume.
Does likely hiding something.
Well,
So-
okay. Sorry, what were you going to say?
I was just to be clear. So most of the droids have already been like activated and taken out of the facility. Is that correct?
Nearly 100. You have enough men and firepower?
How well equipped are these androids?
Combat androids. Plasma projectors.
Yeah, so at least
Well
this one
enough.
is. Yeah, at least was probably Libra equipped.
Yeah. On par. Interesting. Very interesting.
So they are somewhere still in the city, or possibly the occupied city.
Sorry, amend what she said to laser rifles. They do not have plasma projectors.
Okay.
Okay. So not quite Libra equipped.
Right. Slightly less dangerous. And what was Nemesis' question?
I was asking if they were still within Gardenia.
Patrolling streets, patrolling streets, keeping prisoners of war contained and ensuring a small integration back into population from previous residents.
So the standard stayed on Canagiris, really.
And,
Yeah, so they've just been being used as regular old soldiers.
quite horrible conditions over there in that camp, I dare say.
assume that's the government complex from the looks of it.
Is that where
Occupied city.
is that where most of the droids are patrolling in the refugee camp, or are they patrolling in the city? Oh, the complex you meant. I'm sorry.
No, they clarify that the droids actually are patrolling most of the city, including the abandoned city area and some of the destroyed city, since
Mhm.
there are actually some 80 of them. They're just kind of they're sweeping for any other refugees is what you get as clarification, or any other prior residents. Um,
And then driving them out to the camp, I assume.
Taking them out to the camp.
Okay.
There are some people coming back into the city from the camp, but on reconsideration, the Theodosius, who had said that there are some coming in, says that it's only a couple have maybe political value.
Interesting. And what have you? I assume are you under contract with the locals?
We helped create this mess, and no way to trying to leave with our spoils, but guns in the sky, you can see from my ship, are very dangerous.
Yes, they are. You're not incorrect.
I whisper, should we tell them we destroyed those?
I'm pretty sure they know.
Do they?
I mean,
You had
maybe
one of them explode in such a way as that it was trying to hit a helicopter flying overhead.
yeah, I'm.
You
we
didn't do it quietly.
Yeah.
Okay.
They also may be assuming from the fact that you guys were in the air for more than a few minutes, nothing went flying at you.
Yeah. We could just be contractors.
Right, but then there was also the other ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a lot of information that suggests to them that those are no longer a threat.
But now we are.
Hooray!
Theodosius adds a little to it and says that yeah, they basically they responded to the call for some pre-tech salvage, and he kind of implores a little bit, says that this is a payday that his crew has scraped together after a couple of months of dry jobs, and kind of just actually does ask, please, let us take off with our salvage here. This was our payment for coming down and helping the revisionist and what did I say her name is? Viola corrects, revitalists.
Hey, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Helping
They
them
helped
with
them get
their
into the
occupation of the city. And he doesn't want to walk away empty-handed.
So they were basically contracted to come here, and then they were essentially held hostage.
Kind of indirectly held hostage by the fact that they couldn't take off safely.
No, they were allowed to land safely though, right?
Oh no, that's why the Tachyon Griffin has a big gouge, which
Okay.
you guys
I thought that
recognize
was from when they were.
railgun
Okay.
punched right through. It's
I
not a
thought
gouge,
was
it went
just
all the
them
way
trying to
through.
leave. I thought it was just them trying to leave. Okay.
No, that was them landing.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it takes some doing to get people down here.
Funny enough, I actually rolled their pilot checks. I rolled 2 for each of them to land, and all of them succeeded except for one on the Tachyon.
And took some damage, it looks like.
Yeah, that one did 13 damage.
Well, for a man in your position, I can certainly understand where you're coming from. Are the salvage operations still ongoing?
Oh yes, but there isn't much left. Afraid we've probably taken the most of it. The Kanagarians didn't seem interested in this. Here's an idea. Would you buy it from us?
I was actually about to suggest letting our engineer look through it, see if there's anything particularly valuable, and taking it off your hands for a fair price. So,
Jolly good. That's a fine idea.
Our engineer/trader.
yeah. That would be perfectly acceptable for me, and that was, as I said, that was the deal I was about to offer.
Viola looks at Jai. So maybe request the same deal.
Absolutely. Now I can't promise that there will be anything terribly valuable in there, but if there is, we will of course pay a fair price.
I know what I am salvaging is valuable.
Well, good to hear. I'm sure our engineer will like to hear that too.
When they're back.
When they're back.
Speaking of, hey,
Yeah.
what am I being agreed to? What am I being voluntold?
We're striking a deal with the mercenaries to just purchase whatever salvage they had at like a fair market price.
Okay. Yeah, seems dope.
Yeah, I think coming down we did misunderstand the situation. Didn't realize all the droids are already active.
Right.
Oh, I totally
Yeah, I think it'd probably be a good idea to to contact the Ice Ferret and have them scout out the down ship. There might be some salvage on there they can pick out. That's actually a good idea.
The down ship has blown up.
Yeah, okay, so there's probably nothing left there.
There would be like I don't picture the explosion as being a Hollywood vehicle that got tapped by a BB gun explosion. But
it probably destroyed like half the usable material.
Yeah, you're looking at scrap parts, spare parts. Whatever they had in their cargo hold is probably scattered. It can be picked up, but some of it is destroyed. It's just a much more time-intensive prospect.
All right. Well, we're probably going to be here for a little while, so we'll send the Ice Ferret on it.
Okay.
To check it out and see what they can get.
Okay.
And then so we've made an agreement to check out their salvage, which Zoe can do.
All right. Xander, the salvage that they have
Mm-hmm.
is pre-tech machinery. With a factor of 100. It's similar to other pre-tech machinery you guys have salvaged.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But I mean, this is valuable stuff, so.
Yeah, it's valuable stuff, and what's great is even if you go average with them, Zoe can certainly make profit on that.
Yeah, well, and it's also good because we don't have to dig through 70,000 tons of shit to get this whatever
Yeah.
together. Yeah.
So this is kind of a reverse situation where you are the market role and you get to decide what you're rolling and offering to them.
Wait, so when I roll doubles, can I give them a...
Give them a quest. Yes.
Look, we'll buy it off you, but first you have to go get us the rest of the robots.
I mean, honestly, yes, you could.
Oh, it's amazing.
So, what do you want to offer him?
Do I need to roll or something for it?
No. Basically putting it in your hands. How do you want to decide what Zoe offers?
Well, she's a lot better at trading than I am.
Okay. So some GM assist here. If this were rolled for sale by a standard like zero skill trader, a non-Zoe trader, then it would just be that 100 times
7 or whatever.
times 7.
Yeah.
Per ton.
Right.
And they each have 200 tons.
Wait, they managed to fit 200 tons in their Corvettes?
Oh, those are frigates, not cruisers.
Yeah.
Whoopsies.
Yeah.
Well, they have a lot left here that they're going to leave behind.
I'm actually
Somehow
going to.
Yeah, they would have stopped filling or picking stuff up.
Yeah,
once the
they
cargo
would
was-
have. They would have.
Yeah.
Okay, so slight revision of the situation. You see pallets stacked next to their ships, and they tell you that they've got a. Each of them has separately a ship that will come and pick that up. So they're no longer restricted to just 200 tons, because I was thinking that they each had just one mass point of cargo space at 200 tons. No, it's
Seems
20
like a risky
tons.
proposition to try to get another ship down here, though.
Yeah,
seems like
so
That
I
seems
was
like a
gonna-
really poor plan on their part.
I was gonna start with like 500, but it's been going down as you've been talking. It's
Note
hilarious.
that we only have 2 mass worth of cargo space, so we only have 400 tons of cargo space right now.
How much cargo space
Now let me
we have
take.
left over? We're not carrying anything, are we?
We do have the vehicles and such.
Before you go into that, let me take 5 minutes to myself to re-narrate this, to refigure my narrative, because I agree the whole yes, somebody's gonna come down and get this is a terrible idea.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's not a bad
what are they
idea
gonna
now.
Trap it?
It's not a bad idea now.
I think you could
but
probably
at the time of the plan.
yeah, you could probably just reasonably say they have less than you were going to say they did.
No, the reason that I'm stuck on this narrative point is because it's not profitable at all for them to do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
In small ships, the only reason it's profitable for us to do it is because our ship is so fucking ginormous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so somebody.
Which is actually really hilarious to me because it's like we're the best military, we're also the best, tanker ship.
Somebody roleplay a scene between each other so that I can take my attention off of you for a minute and think how I want to re-narrate this.
Well,
I
then.
mean,
Oh.
yeah.
Ooh, I found a drone that's carrying a present.
Yeah.
Hey there.
Person.
Hello, fellow NPC.
That doesn't
No,
help.
we can't
Well-
interact with the NPCs.
Yeah.
They've all gone listless.
God. All right. God.
I mean, I'm just gonna start doing laps with my my racing drone.
So Zoe,
Well-
you're the princess of you're one of the princesses of Lamiera, right?
Yep.
And
Well, so
They're
they
re-
say.
here they're really involved in baseball there. House LaRue actually manages one of the most popular teams there on the planet.
Yeah, the Padres.
Yeah, so seeing as how involved you are in baseball, I imagine you know all the players on the teams. But I
Yeah.
don't know their names exactly. So could you help me out there?
Well, yeah. So first of all, you have
Uh,
well, let me pull back a little bit. Do you want active roster? You want famous? Do you want like where are we looking?
Just give me the roster. Let's start with the infield.
Okay, well there's Fish Summer, Felix Garbage. He's well, I guess Doctor Felix Garbage. I always forget he has that PhD.
Uh,
Uh, there's Sexton Weaver. No L in his name, no L in his game. Big Mickey D, McDowell Mason. He can really hit it. There's Basilio Fig. He's a he's a tree.
I
I mean,
see.
he's very rooted. And then of course our ace
Wait.
pitcher Yummy Elliott.
Hold on, we need to clarify that tree thing. Are we talking about a literal tree playing baseball?
No, that would be ridiculous.
Okay.
No, I mean
It's
he's
the-
built like a tree.
I was just trying to lead on.
Ah.
I was just trying to lead into who's on first routine, but this works too.
When he hits the ball, his leading foot is well planted, so we call him a tree.
Yeah.
But does he make like a tree and leave?
Only when he hits the ball. The ball makes like a tree and leaves. Really knocks it out of the park. Just to be clear, I just read off the active roster of the LA Unlimited Tacos from Blaseball.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
not
I-
baseball. That's baseball.
Yeah.
It's very different.
Well, yeah.
I feel cheated.
One's a
Well,
blood sport and one's not. What do you want from me?
I believe we have I believe I have said before that baseball is the new sport of the future, and has entirely supplanted all other sports.
Yeah, it won the sports war of
Yeah.
No.
all right, GM has finished considering.
Yeah, but has the GM really know about the three shells?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
So Dex, how do you feel about baseball being the only sport in the distant future?
I think it's a travesty.
Oh
He
You
was
you
really
also
into-
need dodgeball.
no.
Well,
dodge
he
or-
said sports, not games. Come on.
You can
Yeah.
dodge a wrench. You can dodge a phase charge cannon.
Yeah. That's one of the key. That's one of the key tenets of both dodgeball and baseball.
So the solution is that this is pristine pre-tech machinery worth with a factor of 1,000, and they only have 20 tons of it each. They also got paid, presumably as an outside narrative point, but they're not saying that in character.
Okay. No, I think we all probably guess.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah. So there's 40 tons of salvage available with factor 1,000.
Wow, the factor's gone up. Nice.
So if Zoe were offering just that average roll of 7, then it would be 7,000 credits per ton.
Yeah, but you remember they kept talking, and my price kept going down while they were talking because their plan is idiotic.
No, that was the GM
Oh, I
talking.
wanted-
The
Yeah, okay.
GM was idiotic.
That's
Okay.
why he wanted to re-narrate, because he wanted to figure out what was their plan coming down here,
Yeah.
which is a
Wait.
valid question.
Yeah,
maybe
wait.
not.
Wait, what are they doing down here? Yeah, I got you.
That's why he made it more valuable.
Yeah.
I feel like the plan would have been fine if they had. So it's like buying a lottery ticket, right? If you find the perfect pre-tech salvage, you're rich for fucking ever, and that doesn't take up much room. But if you
Mhm.
don't find it, you just got to fill up with whatever.
Which is what you have the maps to. That perfect pre-tech salvage that all those components you guys are hoarding could be sold to set any of these people up for life.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, this is still a pretty good haul for them. So
Yeah, I mean, it'll at least pay for them to come out here.
And
it makes it worth it, but it's not.
Viola will point out that their exit plan was this. This is why they were all still here, even though the cargo holds are full. They were waiting until her ship was repaired, and then they were all taken off at the same time.
Smart. Traveling packs.
Yeah, like a school of fish.
They do move in herds.
Yeah. Well, we've dealt with all the anti-aircraft guns. We could probably knock some of the price off for saying we helped them get out of here. If we wanted to be rude about it.
Yeah, I thought they were the ones who set up the anti-air guns. Is that not?
No. That was like 3
That's
different.
the kind of Garen government. Yeah, that's like 3 different kind of Garen governments.
Oh my
essentially.
god, I am so confused about this place.
All right, so the general setup for Kanagiris is that there is no national government. There are 5 separate factions that each fight for control of the cities that have hydroponics and anti-aircraft or anti-ship weapons. So
it's a bucket full of crabs.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
yeah,
It's just a standard standard civil war on modern Earth, except on a planetary scale
And with no nukes.
and with
Yeah.
no nukes
Right.
yet.
Well, I don't think they're all settled on mutually assured destruction exactly. Like the pot of crabs is they're not killing each other. They're just making sure no one gets out of it.
But they're also killing each other.
Oh, well, they are killing each other. Yes, that's true. But they're not killing everyone at once. I don't know. Yeah, you're right. The analogy falls apart when it comes to sci-fi or modern weapons.
they do have QED and nuke snuffers from
nuke
their times when they were more civilized and not as fragmented as they are.
That's
So
really that's probably what enabled the grander scale war is knowing that people don't have having the nuke snuffers.
Yeah, quite possibly.
They got rid of the doomsday weaponry threat.
All right. But yeah. So I guess it's up to Zoe to decide what to offer them. And I guess it is what it does. Like if we want to hire them ourselves for something here, that's another concern. But I don't really care.
Stay on friendly terms.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'd offer him like 6. Well, I'd start off with like a 4, and then I'd let myself be talked up to around a 6.
Yeah, start off low.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Zoe meets some competition.
Oh.
Competition.
Oh, I was gonna say, and I would talk to him separately by like going over to their pile of shit and being like, "Oh, I mean, this is a useless piece of crap," and then
Yeah.
Zoe,
She's doing the trader thing.
Zoe encounters some competition with Viola, who is very curt and knows her shit and calls
Damn it.
Zoe out.
Well, how dare this person be, qualified? Let's see. I don't know. I was going off of stereotypes. I don't know what to do when I'm called on it.
I think you just gotta
pushing,
give in and pay average.
She's pushing for 7,000 a ton.
7,000.
Yeah, that's what it's currently at.
That's what you get on average with a +0.
I thought you said 700.
Yeah, that was before I had to refigure them. It's the factor is now 1,000.
Okay. Apparently, I was asleep for that part of the conversation.
There's 10 times less, but it was 10 times more valuable.
Yeah.
Right. And then I remind her that she's getting her money now instead of later, and that she doesn't have to haul it anywhere.
6,500.
She now has an empty cargo hold. That hey, if she wanted to, she should give some more shit. I explained to her all the bonuses of unloading her money or her cargo to me now.
Like she's well aware.
6,500.
I think 600 is as high as I'm willing to go.
Mean 6,000.
God damn it! Yes. Fuck.
Deal.
Imagine if you did hit up going to 600.
Yeah.
Oh,
600
you
is
just
as high.
said deal. You just said deal.
Shit. Yeah.
That's
All right.
verbal contract and it's binding.
We'll get some we'll get some people over to move the crates over. Pleasure doing business with you.
All right.
I probably pissed her off, but oh well.
No,
I
she
saved-
doesn't seem to have taken any exception to that.
I saved 50 credits, 500 credits, somewhere in there.
I mean, you saved 40,000. Well, you saved 20,000 credits.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Totally useful credits that I will totally use for something at some point.
But you are going to spend 240,000 of your credits.
No, I'm spending 200,000 of the ship's credits. This is a ship buy.
Are you not going to sell it for your own profit?
Every time I sell stuff that I bought, you guys get a crack at it. So no.
Fair enough.
So what was it? 200,000?
I'll go ahead and
So just
throw it
her
in.
20 tons is
240,000.
only 120,000.
Okay.
That's why I'm going to let somebody else take care of the actual math, because I apparently can't do it today.
Okay, I've got it.
It's really fucking hot up here.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And Zoe wants to talk to the other one separately also.
Yeah.
He is,
Once
Sorry, go ahead.
I would actually supervise the unloading and reloading first before going to... I want him to see that I already have options, that I don't really need whatever he's got.
Okay.
But he also sees the cavernous cargo capacity of the Rasa.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
It's like, oh, you got plenty of room.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind that.
Yeah.
I just want him to know that, it's fine, it's whatever. I could walk away.
Yeah.
No big deal.
You
But
have,
we could walk away without buying either, to be fair.
You have enough crew that the movement of that cargo only takes 5-10 minutes.
I help with my my lifter drone.
Okay.
Wait, can it actually lift like a ton?
No, it's 20.
Oh,
It actually can only lift 20 kilos currently. I'm gonna upgrade it to 40 kilos, but I haven't had the time.
we got to move 20 tons worth of scrap, and you're like, I got to pick up this one piece of scrap and fly it over and drop
I
it.
mean, 20 kilos isn't too bad.
It's hilarious.
Not
Welcome to
I don't.
movement, as per usual.
Oh right, you have Charlie to just
Yeah.
lift whole pallets.
Yeah.
We do time skip, and it's just the time skip or the time fast forward is just a line across the screen that looks like a glitch, but then you slow it down and you see it's actually Nemesis's drone zipping back and forth.
No, it's not the racing. I don't have a racing on this one, but that would be pretty
Aw.
funny, like a speed loader.
All right. In the time that Zoe is supervising the movement of that cargo, you're receiving a transmission, or more specifically, you are being told from the bridge of the Raza that a hail has come in.
All right, I'm going to head back up on the bridge and let the crew out here just deal with the trade stuff.
It is Revitalist General Alonso Galan. Or Guillan. I don't know how to say his last name. I'll go with Galan.
Yum. Guillaume.
It's Spanish, so I don't. I
I don't know.
He's
How do you spell it?
Gala thingy N.
Galan?
GA.
I don't know what the mark over A does.
I'm sorry. The GAL what?
A
A
with
a
a
little
mark.
apostrophe.
Yeah.
It's in the discussion channel.
Oh right. Yeah. Duh. Of course. Is it?
Yeah, it is right there below your will be in
Oh,
shortly.
yeah, I see it.
Uh, sorry,
Galan,
I
apparently.
paused on something else. Yeah, we don't need to spend too much time trying to figure out how to pronounce his name. He's not going to live much longer.
So,
Um,
so he was the leader of the
yeah.
Kanagarians, right?
Yes.
He is the leader of the Revitalists, who are the faction that have taken over this city.
Okay.
And in control of about 80 of the battle droids.
Yes.
So yes, I'll answer the comms and just say general.
He is speaking in a fairly decent spacer. I am wanting to know what are your plans so I can make accommodations.
We have a few questions for you, General, as well as an interest in some of the material you've recovered from the recently discovered facility.
Of course, of course. I would be happy to talk it over with you.
I'm sure.
Hang on.
Very well. Meet. I would. All right. Yeah. Sorry. What's going on, Arch?
I think you need the AFK for a moment.
Oh, okay. Um.
He was breaking up, but I think there was a need to AFK hang on in there.
Right. Very well, General. I would be delighted to meet with you.
Wonderful.
Let's see. All right. Yeah.
He will propose meeting in a section of the abandoned city. Um, well, yeah. There are city gates, or not gates, but there are tollways through the walls. The city does have walls, and there's a road that goes into the city. He would like to meet at an outdoor plaza just down the street from the entrance on the side that you guys are already on.
It's an interesting proposal. Is he sure he wouldn't prefer to just meet with me, person to person on the Raza?
I think maybe it's better for my safety
By the way,
if we meet
speaking of
in
his
neutral grounds.
safety, the whole android imprinting thing is. Do the mercenaries know if it's any particular individuals or singular individual? Say the general.
Um,
And what happens if said individual is killed?
is Nemesis going out and asking them?
Uh, yeah, I'll ask the mercenary people. That was a question that's kind of floating in my head.
Okay. Um, well, let's go ahead and get 2 rolls from Nemesis.
Okay.
First will be a int program, and the second will be a charisma talk.
Oh boy. Let's see if that +0 talk pays off.
2 things you're great at.
Actually, I do have the 2 skill points upgraded to talk 1.
You cannot do
But
that
I
right
don't
now.
think yeah. That would be after the fact, I know. But imagine if I just had never spend any skill points. Just buy up the skills as I use them. Okay, anyways, int program. Attacking. It's not.
Okay.
Talk. I should have that set to charisma default, huh?
It's the most
Hmm.
common. The first thing is that as Nemesis is inquiring about the imprinting, it's occurring to her that it's something that would need to be programmed in. That androids just randomly imprinting on people it's not really a thing.
It'll be a crazy design, right?
That would be a crazy design, yeah.
But then again, those pre-tech people could be pretty weird.
Um,
Not that weird.
the bits that she's able to gather from talking with the captains and the crew that interacted with the Kanagarans the most, it doesn't seem to be any one individual. It seems to be that they recognize who has command and are following that person's orders.
So they're like, are you saying like the androids essentially are recognizing like a command structure?
Yeah, and they're doing
Of
it
the Kanagan?
dynamically. So if there's androids that are in included in a smaller squad, they're recognizing the authority of that squad leader.
Okay. But okay, so you're basically saying it's not. It does not seem to be a situation where you take out a few key individuals and they just no longer respond, right?
It definitely doesn't seem like
They
that. No.
are essentially like the. I guess that's kind of like pretty standard to a lot of android, like regular androids, right? Where they are essentially belong to an organization that are
Yeah.
programmed to.
Yeah,
Okay.
and androids that are owned by a corporation frequently set up a hierarchy like that. Androids that are owned by an individual get kind of screwed.
Okay, so and then I guess there's a question of how I get this more maybe like a programming question is how does their IFF work, their friend or foe? Like, how do they recognize someone that is from that organization? Are they individually programmed by the I guess like facial recognition, I guess maybe.
Because remember
Speculating.
that these androids have essentially human brains and human intelligence. So
Right, which
they're
human
identifying.
intelligence can be tricked as just a possibility.
Sure. Yeah.
If there's okay. But the question is, are they, responding to a unit? Well, I mean, Candigarans I don't think really follow uniforms, right? So that wouldn't be the case.
They have some unit norms.
Okay.
They have a loose military structure. It's seems tighter than it is because it's practically the only structure they have at all.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, that gives me some things to think about if, we're talking about all-out combat with these. Or if later talking about deceiving the androids.
No, you're fine, Arch. Yep. So, Nemesis can return and report that to Jai. Actually,
Yeah, just me. I think without orders, but here's some interesting information.
Yeah, I was gonna say that wasn't even something he asked her to do.
That's weird. I'm taking the initiative. Oh, what's wrong with me?
No, you sick? Hold on. Let me check. Here, I pull out my my flashlight and start checking her eyes, see if there's any issues.
Clearly, I've suffered a concussion.
Here. Hold on. Let me roll.
Unnecessary.
Yes, it's worse than I thought. You have space brain weevils.
Ah, darn. Not again. That or it's my my ghost talk transceiver malfunctioning.
Yeah, either way.
All right.
Okay, let's
Anyways,
interesting.
Zoe, want to
There's
talk
no
to
treatment.
the other captain?
Sure. Now that I've completely missed whatever else is going on.
Nemesis was doing a little bit of research on how those androids have implanted on the Kanagarans and what that really means. The
Gotcha.
result,
Also, they have implanted on them. That's an alien situation.
yeah,
Imprinted.
the result
Imprinted.
imprinted. Yes, sorry.
Kanagirians raised them from the egg, and now they follow them everywhere.
Making notes. That is exactly what is happening now.
They're just like ducks. They're attack
like-
geese. Oh my
no,
god.
no, it's like Tamagotchis,
I
except
was
like
gonna go with Neopets.
Or Neopets. Yeah, I never actually did Neopets. I did Tamagotchi. Or Tamagotchi.
I
All right.
had a Neopet account at one point, like a bajillion years ago.
Zoe and Theodosius. Theodosius Crow.
What's up, Theo?
Well, hello, young lady. Are
Yep.
you Zoe?
Yep,
Zoe
that's me.
LaRue.
Yep, you got it in one.
What an honor.
Eh,
Oh boy, that's gonna drop
You-
the price.
you obviously haven't met me.
I've heard nothing but good things about you, young lady.
Well, you lie magnificently, sir.
He laughs. You've come to inspect, right?
Yes, of course. Gotta look at the merchandise.
Come on over.
Mm-hmm. I like
I
this guy.
wonder how he'd
Makes me
look
laugh.
without a face.
Oh my god. You cut off one person's face, nobody ever lets it go. Hey, what'd you do today? I don't know. I fixed the whole freaking derelict spaceship.
You still have the
Oh.
face on your conspiracy wall.
Do I?
No.
Okay, I was about to say, ooh, that's a little freaky.
Also, I don't think you technically ever actually did that.
I thought about it though.
It was a thought about, yes.
He gestures towards the neatly stacked pile, and I will even have my crew bring it over to your ship. Just
That won't be
8,000 credits per ton.
Woof. I thought whew. Oh man, this new air must be getting to me. I feel like I misheard you there.
Yes, there is something in the air, but I assure you, the air outside Gardenia, or in Gardenia, is the freshest you will breathe. On Canagiris.
Well,
So, do we have a deal?
Ooh, no. I think we're pretty far apart on a deal. I mean, yeah, I was thinking more like 500. I mean,
Thousands.
God damn it.
5,000.
Fuck. I'm just gonna.
I'm
Of
just
course.
mentally converting it. You're fine.
Yeah. Okay. But of course we would do the offloading and loading. I mean, I wouldn't put that on you for such a.
Well, why don't we meet in the middle? I'll have some of my men help, and we'll settle on 6,000.
Doing some quick mental. Is that the middle? Didn't he start at 8,000?
You know what? Just don't question it. It's closer to your end of the middle than his end.
Yeah, but now I'm trying to wonder why he's trying to get his people onto our ship.
Yeah.
The 6,000 sounds fine, but again, you really don't need to put yourselves out. I mean, we can definitely load it.
Look, some of my crew are fascinated with the Raza. It would lift their spirits for weeks. You know how much more work I can get out of them if they could just climb onto the Raza.
How many are we talking?
6, maybe 12.
6, maybe 12. Might I recommend a raffle? Because I think 6 is probably as many as as our security chief will allow. I'm gonna make it his fault. It's not my fault.
I think that's perfectly fair.
Mhm.
I'll pick 6 to help out. I assure you they will be on their best behavior. I'll even insist that they leave their weapons. They leave their weapons with me.
Oh, you won't be joining them?
Well, if only 6 of the crew are allowed up, then I will cede my spot to one of our younger crew members.
I don't trust this at all.
You know what, Mr. Crow? I've enjoyed Mr. Lord.
Mister's
Has,
fine.
has there been any indication that this guy's a lord or a house
Uh,
leader or anything like that?
no,
Captain?
there
I'll
has
just
been.
call him Captain Crow. Captain Crow, because it's a lot more fun to say. Since you'll be giving up your spot, why don't we relax here in the shade and you can regale me with tales of your exploits?
Why, of course. Jolly good.
This guy's gonna 100% attempt to kidnap me, and I'm gonna get a shoot him right in his dumb face. I obviously don't say that out loud.
Right, right.
Yeah.
All right, so that's another 120,000, and you've
Well, if
got
there's a kidnapping, that counts as an anomaly for my drones to report to me.
and you've got a total of the 40 tons of this pristine pre-tech machinery. So whoever is updating inventory,
I think that was Jai, but I don't know if he's still here.
and whoever is updating ship credits.
I'll go ahead and get it. Hold
Okay.
on.
I trust y'all to take care of that.
And Theo does have a he has an umbrella brought out so that you can enjoy the shade without the smell of Starship. Um,
I like the smell of Starship.
well then,
Bring back the smell.
so we will have to protest because he is asking for an umbrella and a blanket and is starting to walk further away from the ship.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. How old is this guy?
He looks like he's about early 30s, mid 30s.
Okay. I send a one of the people to invite the other captain. What was her name?
Viola?
Yola.
Viola. You know, she wants to, come to. Look, I'm just realizing that this is very much like a date, and I don't want it to be. So I'm getting a fucking chaperone out of here real quick.
I can send one of my drones to hover over you.
It's a little weird and
That's
loud.
okay. Viola declines.
Mm.
Drone?
Um. Hmm. Do we have any other marchers on staff?
Oh.
I think there was at least one. I seem to
Yeah,
remember.
I thought we had one, but I can't remember who it is now.
Christina Christie is Marcher.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Christina's from March. Zoe's from March, and Jai's from March.
Right.
You can
Jai's busy and also not a very good conversationalist, so
Yeah.
he's not invited.
Fair enough.
At some point, I would have told Christy that I don't really remember much of being on March, right? I feel like it would have come up in conversation.
Okay, sure.
Okay. So it's her job to come down and listen to his anecdotes about March and tell me if they're actually impressive.
All right.
He's like, I scaled the Blue Mountains, and the thing is, the Blue Mountains are like hills that are like 10 feet tall. They're just called mountains. It's an ironic nickname.
Yep, looks like Christina Christie is your only Marcher.
Okay.
I thought there was another one, but I was wrong. And now I wonder where Fairbanks is from. So I gave them all homeworlds because I wanted to know. I needed that for their names.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Notario is actually from Kanagiris.
That would explain her behavior.
Oh, right. Fairbanks is from SOS. Okay.
Ah, I do think I remember that now.
Yeah. So yeah, Christina Christie is she's the 44-year-old, the school teacher type. Spends a lot of time with Gwen Reed and seems to actually be uh, mentoring her, tutoring her. Is a
Wow.
perfect choice for a
Deep,
chaperone.
deep, inner, rich lives. This is amazing. It's like peering into a God, what are those things called? Bathysphere? No. When you put plants in a bottle.
Terrarium.
Terrarium. I wanted to say Tyrannosphere, but that's not right either. It's
But
like a
it's awesome.
T-Rex. Okay, cool. And then I don't know. We just talk about whatever. I don't actually want to
Yeah.
get into it.
He does talk about whatever. He's not giving Christie the impression that he was making this a date.
Okay, good. Yeah, no, we're just marchers catching up,
He
making friends,
he
using that
does
connect skill for once.
he does keep refocusing the conversation back to the Raza. Um, and Zoe finds out that uh, they all were well. Let me just reread this real quick. He was he had your Raza propaganda video brought to his attention by hearing his crew joking over and over again, basically memeing about "you're stupid." Um,
Me stupid?
nope, you're stupid.
No, you're
Um,
stupid.
and
I don't get it.
some slight disappointment that no such book written by April, the ABNN reporter, actually exists.
Am I missing a reference? I do not get it.
There
This joke went
was
right over my head.
the news report from April, which introduced the Raza propaganda,
Uh-huh.
and she ended her news report with, "Buy my book, you're stupid."
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
Oh,
That was
gosh, wow,
fucking
what a
years
callback.
ago. Yikes. Okay. Yeah. No, that makes sense. I would be disappointed that there was no "You're Stupid" book too.
But he actually he is almost evangelizing to you guys
Oh.
about the Raza.
It
Oh
was like a
man,
super.
when
So
you
their whole
guys
crew
gonna
is
go?
like super fans.
Yeah, when are you guys gonna go kill the next megacorp? Oh, when we get around to it, like tomorrow or maybe the next day. Like, calm down, bro.
And he does ask some kind of pointed, not pointed, but leading business questions about what kind of business opportunities or associations the Raza is looking for in the future. He makes it clear that he can't do anything right now. He has some contractual obligations, but he wants to know what kind of opportunities are available.
Ooh, ooh. Um, okay. Can I make it sound like there's a big thing coming, and that I will put in a call for him when it's a little more put together?
Sure. You
Okay,
can
but
roll
but
that
not
with.
actually, not actually, because I want him to be ready to get called out in case we have to have a fucking fleet battle with the black ships. But I can't actually tell him that because he'll just run for the hills.
You can roll that, make that roll with lead, talk, or what's the other one that you like?
I mean, sometimes I enjoy trading.
Connect.
Since I'm doing it in a tradery way, do I get to roll 3?
Make a better case for it.
I'm literally telling him that. Well, I'm alluding to the fact that it's going to be big money, if he waits for our call type situation.
Okay. Um, are there any other particular details that Zoe is coming up with or making up? Like
Guarantee at
maybe
least.
naming any of the megacorps?
Oh God, I don't want to like send this guy in some kind of weird rabbit hole. Um, no, I don't think so.
What's the best way to start a cult following?
By being mysterious, obviously.
I mean, there's good reasons to be cagey because it's reasonable that if they expect us to do something against one of the megacorps, they probably would expect us to be very tight-lipped about exactly what we're doing and who we're doing it against. So it's probably fine to keep those details quiet.
Oh, I,
There's
I, I
there's a
agree with
reason
you.
that we're here getting an army. Just think about it for a little bit.
Okay. I'll with that last bit there, I will let you roll. I totally agree with you, Lulu, that there are reasons to be cagey in this conversation, but for the purpose of getting that extra die, I wanted more detail, less detail.
Mm-hmm.
More detail, not less detail.
Right.
But
So,
yeah, I'll let you
yeah,
roll the
I
third
don't
die.
think I don't think I would call out anybody specifically as like this is going to be our target.
But you're
Or
alluding to trying to amass an army, and that being why you're here.
yes.
Okay, I'll take it. Make you
Mhm.
work for that third die.
Oh, didn't do it apparently.
Just roll
Let's-
1d6.
yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Roll a d6. Roll a
Alright.
d6.
So that's 2
11.
higher, an 11.
11.
Noise.
Okay.
Wow, I'm using my connect skill for something, guys. Aren't you proud of me?
Yes, extremely.
I
Like
always knew you could do it. All
I've
you
had
had to
plus
do
one-
was.
I've had +1 connect since the very first fucking like level up. I have never used it for anything.
Really? That seems odd.
Pretty much. I'm just making friends out here, cementing alliances.
I may have refused to connect in lieu of talk here and there.
Yeah, I mean, connect is more like, do you have any friends on this planet already? And it's like, well, I'm an amnesiac, so possibly.
Yeah, it's also good for making those connections like you're doing now. But yeah, I get it.
I think the making connections. I think the book is like, what was it? Connected focus. That's like spend a week on the planet.
Yeah, well, that's a non-starter for us.
Yeah.
I think we spent a whole week on what, like one planet ever.
Mm-hmm.
Which one was that?
March.
So.
No,
Oh.
you didn't spend a week on SOS.
Oh right, you're right. It just felt like a week.
We spent a week on. We spent a week on March.
You did. That's right.
Yeah.
Because there were a whole 6 days of that was Zoe's vacation.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Again, using my connect skill with my own father. Well.
Sometimes you just don't know your own father that well. You gotta connect.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, an 11 is it certainly seems to be what he wants to hear, and he indicates that his crew will be anxious to reconnect at a later time and hear more.
Yeah. Hang on. I'm gonna like write this guy's name down in my notes or something so I actually remember him. What's the name of his ship again?
He is Vengeance Paulo. It is up there a couple posts up in the Discord if you want to just copy paste it.
Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. Cool. Mm-hmm.
I guess I should
What?
edit that to well, from March is fine. You understand what that means.
Where is my notes? There it is. I have one friend now.
Don't forget to send him coins every day.
Okay, that's all I was gonna do, unless he's gonna try and kidnap me.
He's not going to try and kidnap you this time.
Okay, good.
This time.
Yeah, next time. That's when you want to do it. Next time.
Yeah,
If you'd rolled less than a 10, he would have just kidnapped you for the ransom.
you got to
Yeah,
build up
yeah.
trust first.
Is that ransom still up?
No, no,
Oh, okay.
I mean,
but not
I
everybody
mean
knows.
that may not still up, but if he kidnaps you and just says, "Hey, give me $2 million and your daughter won't be thrown out the airlock," it's
Yeah, I feel like because of the way space travel works, I feel like somebody's gonna kidnap me and then like show up in March and be like, "Oh, shit, it was taken down already." I tried to tell you, but you didn't listen.
All right, so you've made trade arrangements for 40 tons of pristine pre-tech blah blah blah. Paid a little bit for it, but you'll be able to make more back, almost certainly. And Jai has made an appointment to meet with General Alonso Gilan of the Revitalists, of the Occupying Revitalists.
Now, I'm wondering if it's plausible I could send the Ginitor over with the power armor and then just feed it lines through a headset.
The Gianator. Oh my god.
That's what it's named, the Ginitor.
The
Look at it.
Gianator. Yeah, no, I see it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
dumb.
you might be able to. It doesn't look exactly like Jai, but it has come very close. And of course, being inside the armor will obscure it even more. You will be restricted in your communications to analog through field radios because of the QECM.
Mm-hmm.
But that is an option if you want to take it.
Can we not set up a laser uplink?
You
Slap it on the back of the suit.
yeah, you could do that, but the biggest obstacle with any kind of laser anything
Line of sight.
line of sight. Yeah.
Oh, it's not gonna be in line of sight of the ship, right?
The directions he gave you uh, do not involve a whole lot of turns. You're essentially get a ruler out. If this were the area that he were taking you to, you're essentially going through a gate and coming over here. There's just a plaza, straight shot in from a what was once a patrolled entrance to the city.
Mm-hmm.
Controlled entrance.
Right. And what a coincidence! It's right near the refugee camp.
It isn't. These aren't actually scaled to location.
Fair enough.
They're just visual references of the location for us to put pogs onto.
Yeah.
There's a general location, like the abandoned city is mostly the upper part of the city. The refugee camp happens to be the upper outside of it, but it's still not a good scale reference.
Got it. Gotcha.
And the other thing that's fairly accurate is the park and hydro is in the center of the city.
Gotcha.
So whoever is going with Jai or with Janitor, go ahead and bring yourself over. We'll just put you anywhere around the cars. This isn't the actual section. You're not literally 10 meters away from these stairs over here.
Yeah.
Just using the space.
Did
Want to go with Ginitor?
Does Charlie want to come with? Nuts?
If you need If you need Charlie to be there, he'll be there. Given his own choice, he'd be watching the group of people that wanted to enter the Raza for security reasons.
No, that's reasonable. He can do that and just keep an eye on them and check to make sure they're not planting any bugs or bombs or
Is
bomb
this-
bugs.
Is this before or after the picnic in the park?
Oh, this is after.
Aren't.
Okay, then yes, I do want to go.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm taking Switch. She's holding my wrench. They're holding my wrench.
You know, if you take effort for careful positioning and do some extra shielding on some electronics that might not be able to be moved, Charlie could probably act as an electronic bomb disarmer by just EMPing inside cargo bay.
That's true.
I mean, I would hope that he would do it outside the cargo bay so that when they, overload and explode.
Oh, that's a good idea. Have them stack everything up outside the cargo bay and then just EMP the stack. It's still a bad idea.
Is it still a bad idea? Would it
I-
destroy some of the stuff?
I honestly don't know. I suppose the way we wrote it, it wouldn't. It's only gonna affect electronic stuff, active electronic stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, that's something he could do.
And I imagine like pre-tech equipment's relatively resistant to an EMP effect. If it's proper.
If it's designed to be, it can be. Yeah.
I mean, I would think. I think like, even consumer electronics nowadays are, more and more resilient, just in general.
Yeah. Well, Charlie's is special. That's it's powerful. I mean, it can
Fair enough.
damage androids.
Nice.
All right, so let's get tokens set up over here. Boink.
Yep. I'm moving it. I like to move it. All right, let's see.
I'd rather just move it once.
The giant.
Love it.
Okay. Oh, you sure you
But
don't want to
also-
go via Zoe drone?
You mean the Joey?
Joey.
The Joey? Yeah. This is talking to Zoe, not Jay.
I'm good.
Okay.
And
assume-
now you're gonna get held captive.
No, I'm over there on a motorcycle. Sick ass motorcycle.
Oh, that's true. You just drive up the side of the building.
Yeah.
So long, suckers.
Eat my dust. I don't know. Do hover cycles kick up dust?
A little bit, yeah. If they're on a dusty road, they're still making physical contact with the ground.
There's some
and
force kicking off the ground.
actually, remember the special motorcycles are not hover cycles.
Yeah. They're actually motorcycles. They just their operation is silent, but they still have wheels.
So is Zoe going on the silent bike or the hover bike?
The hover bike.
Okay.
Aw, that's less cool. But I mean, I guess can a hover bike scale a wall? Or I don't think they can they?
No.
Or they?
They can pop up approximately 10 meters. So depending on height of buildings, you might be able to just parkour along the building tops.
I mean,
Yeah.
10 meters is pretty high.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 stories. Or no, wait.
Yeah, about. Yeah. It's over 30 feet.
Yeah, they had that right. So yeah, you can do some sick cover jumps.
Now here's the question though. I know. We'll travel there by armored car. That's reasonable.
Okay.
And driving the car will be
Giant. Ah. Oh, I see.
Scotty is not comfortable with two main bridge crew going without some security, so he is going to
no, that's reasonable.
I thought he was gonna
send.
be like, no, one of you has to stay behind, and I was gonna be like, haha, you're fired.
No, he
No.
doesn't tell you guys what to do. He tells other people what to do, and
Starfleet regulations require.
At least one red shirt.
um, and he is going to send Saul with you.
Yeah, that's reasonable. Let's take Saul and let's take some.
Natario volunteers.
Yeah, Natario's always a good call.
She,
Natario just wants some fucking action, doesn't she?
and she also says that she speaks all the languages, well, both the languages spoken on
Oh,
Kennegears.
right. She's from Kennegears. Yeah.
Yep.
Kennegearan.
Mhm.
It's actually probably good. That's probably a good idea to have a native speaker.
And like I mentioned, I think they speak what, Spanish and Persian?
Yes, they do.
Right. Jai speaks Persian himself, but not Spanish. That's useful.
And she says that the general that you're talking to, based on his name, is probably going to be natively speaking Spanish to his own people.
Noted.
All right. You arrive in the car, and you find almost a picture-perfect tropical dictator scene in front of you. He is sitting in a brightly colored Hawaiian shirt with his legs, one leg kicked up and crossed over the other leg. He has like some kind of frothy pink beverage with a little umbrella in it, and he is sitting under an umbrella. Sitting at what looks like a bench set out at this plaza, which may once have hosted events of some import, some bands. Looks like there's a stage set up, perhaps some theater performances. On hearing the car crumble up the long abandoned streets, he turns to you, takes off his shaded glasses, and puts them in his pocket, hooks them to his pocket, and gives a salute. Does not stand up, though.
I was waiting for it to turn out to be Portia Lynn. Takes off
Yes.
sunglasses. Oh, it's Portia Lynn. That you didn't
Takes
recognize
off-
the sunglasses on.
Takes off sunglasses, pulls off her fake mustache. Porcelain.
Pulls out two Uzis.
He does have two retinues of 8 people each stacked behind him.
Oh god, more porcelains.
They appear to be just standing at attention. They, of course, have combat rifles, but they are, as have most people here so far, not holding them threateningly. They're just holding them at attention.
How many rocket launchers?
You don't see any rocket launchers
So
because you're
they
back at the ship.
You're right. I am. And I can
do
fly
the
drones.
rest. Do the rest of us see rocket launchers?
No, you don't.
Okay.
Nor do you see any demo charge bulges.
Okay.
Is that a demo charge in your pocket? You just have to see me.
Oh god. Jai is going to park the car a bit away, like he's gonna drive up to them and park the car a little bit away, but looking towards them, and then he'll get out, open up the door for the janitor.
Okay.
Wait, you get out and open the door for it?
Yeah, I'm wearing armor myself, face concealing armor. Just wear a
Okay.
fucking helmet
Since when?
the whole fucking time.
We've never actually seen his face.
Yeah.
So is
We
Jai
don't even know
wearing
if it's
the
same guy we
suit?
started with.
No, I figure the captain would be wearing the suit. Jai could just be wearing a combat field uniform with a helmet.
Okay. And yes, your combat field uniforms do come with helmets.
Oh.
We just don't see them because this is science fiction, and it's never cool to cover the face.
Right.
Well, it's just like Warhammer 40k. You can always identify the sergeant by the one that's not wearing a helmet.
Yep. That's just how it is.
I hate that they're like, yes, the most experienced person in the squad would not wear their helmet. What?
Right.
Yes, and the
So
most
dumb.
important target. Yes, the people with their faces exposed are always the most
Well,
important, most powerful.
I mean, everyone operates on just a little bit of Wa energy.
Mm-hmm.
So you see, by doing that, you actually gain more protection.
Oh yeah. See,
because
no, it
of
makes
belief.
sense. It would make perfect sense if they were orcs.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Anyways,
he stands up as Jai and Janitor get out of the car. Steps out from under the shade of his umbrella, still holding his drink though.
Jai himself is going to get back into the car after the janitor steps out.
Okay. It is good to see you, Captain of the Raza.
Oh, no, he sees right through you.
Yeah, Jai's just going to feed him lines and say and just incline your head and say general.
And he does so.
General.
What is your interest in our humble city of Gardenia? You were a little bit vague in your instructions. Though I do hope you appreciate, and he gestures widely past you guys and the entrance, a little bit off to the corner, that we have taken the time to power down the city defensive turrets.
Yes, I'd say yes, we appreciate your compliance.
Compliance is such how do you say, an ill-fitting word. This is cooperation. We are cooperating with each other.
However he likes it.
Now,
Sure.
to business, what can I do for you?
We tell him we have an interest in as I said in the recent findings beneath the city, specifically in the androids.
If you can get them to activate, you can have them.
I'm
Deal.
I'm given I'm given to understand you already managed to activate and imprint on some of them.
And who do you hear this from?
Certain third parties.
I can
Yes.
never trust anyone these days.
Mm.
Please, you must understand that to win a war, I need men who do not break morale when they die, who do not leave behind starving children when they lose a leg or their heart or their head. Climate on Canagiris is dark and bloody. Robots, unfeeling android robots, are a revolutionary step that will let me bring an end to all this war. I could use some more of them, but what I have as a start cannot let you take them.
I didn't say I was necessarily interested in taking the ones he already had. I was wondering how he got them to imprint.
Oh, I apologize profusely. Quite accustomed to people coming and taking what I have.
We can to be blunt, General, we considered it, but I believe you can agree that we'd like to do this as painlessly as possible. So,
Let me sit down with you and tell you what I envision for the future of Kanagiris. I believe, General Captain, that you will be moved. Please come sit. Come sit.
Jai in his car, Jai in the car is just rolling his eyes. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, go ahead and sit down with him.
As Janitor is walking forward, he says under his breath, "You know I'm not a robot, right?"
Oh, ooh.
Yes, I know you're not a robot, but
You're pretending to be me.
yeah. But you're pretending to be me.
Yes, Captain.
Don't worry, I'll increase your charge rations.
Give him some of that good.
Yeah. We'll switch your we'll switch your juice from
AC to DC.
fusion. Yeah, from DC. Yeah, we'll instead of just giving you that old fusion power, how about a little gas, you know?
Get the impression he is now rolling his eyes.
Hilarious.
So yes, it should be clear that in order for them to act and pass as you, they can't just be the stock personality. They have to actually have programmed personalities, and Jai is getting some of that feedback right now.
It's fine.
Man,
It's fine. It's better this way.
All right, Janitor goes and sits down with the general. Does anybody else join him? I am not hearing any yeses. So
I mean, I'm not. I'm
Right.
staying in the car.
right.
Jai just goes out there and sits with him. What was the point of this again?
While
Oh, so the point is, if someone tries to take a sniper shot at him,
I realized I was like, yeah, that would still actually be effective.
Yeah.
If you're anonymous.
While Janitor is sitting with the general, actually, let me get a count. How many people are outside the vehicle? I know Zoe is because she said something. Switch is.
Yep.
Saul is, and so it's just Jai and Natalia that are still in the car.
That's when the rocket launcher comes over the building line.
which wouldn't affect the car because it has grav tank armor.
Yeah.
Look, I'm just throwing it out there. I didn't say it would do anything.
What about 10 rockets?
Still technically wouldn't do anything by raw.
Wait, it wouldn't do anything in your bra?
It wouldn't do anything in my bra either.
Okay.
That's also true.
So while Janitor is over there sitting with the general, Saul is chatting up Zoe. He's just making casual little bit of small talk. Asking interested questions. Questions interested in her. You know, what is she doing? How is she doing? What has she...
Saul, buddy. Saul, buddy.
Yeah, yes.
We're in kind of a tense situation here. So if you could lock it down for now, I'll answer all your questions later.
Yes, of course. Back over at the table. Um, the general does actually start telling Janitor um, about the Revitalist's cause.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Um,
god. We didn't need a sales pitch. We just want the robots.
well, Jai agreed to hear a sales pitch. Jai agreed for the Janitor to hear a sales pitch.
Yes, I did.
Um, he talks about how the former inhabitants of Ecos were gods, but they've or godlike beings of some nature. They were ascended. They were highly advanced, but their time is over. Um,
Did
and
their energy matrix get disrupted? Like, come on.
Janitor doesn't
Sorry.
ask that. um, and the revitalists' main cause is to secure the artifacts and technologies that they have left behind on Ecos.
Hmm.
Um, he wants to make sure it doesn't get into the wrong hands and kind of sympathizes with the Raza. I've seen your video, and I believe you and I are on the same wavelength about this. And asks if the Raza would help him in his cause.
Hmm. What precisely did you have in mind?
Can I clarify? Ecos is the other planet in the system, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Help me establish an outpost on Ecos. I've seen what you've done with the anti with our ship weapons here, and that will greatly help us to get off this planet safely. But we do not have a ship here.
Hmm.
If you can bring us to Ecos with enough supplies to set up an outpost, me and my men can do the rest. We have
Um.
supplies from Gardenia. We know
Now,
how to survive in these environments.
right. Now, there was a overview of all the factions on Canagiris posted here before. I'm trying to find it, but I cannot.
I believe I made it available as a handout visible to you after some research you did. Let me see if I can find that.
It might be.
Canagiran Wars. See who I gave this access to. Okay,
No,
we'll
I
wait.
have it. Yep, here we go. All right. So let's see. This guy's a revitalist.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's see. Several different sects and the ascendants believe that the inhabitants of Ecos are gods. Build ships to send descendants to live among them. Goal: build and land a colony ship that won't get blown up by the other sects. Sure. Reverence also believe the inhabitants of Ecos are gods, but they believe that trying to walk among them is blasphemy and will anger the gods. They build ships to blow up the other ships. Of course.
For
They are the crabbiest crabs.
the crabbiest crabs are those that were previously occupying Gardenia and are now in the refugee camp.
And those are the reverence?
Those are the reference.
All right. Revitalists believe that the former inhabitants of Ecos were gods, but those gods have long since faded away or abandoned the galaxy and believe the human inhabitants are abusing their tools. They build ships to try to sneak or fight their way onto Ecos to take back the planet. Goal: secure an outpost on Ecos and eradicate the humans.
He didn't mention that.
Then catalog and preserve the divine relics. Of course.
Assume that's just all humans other than their own faction, or just all the on Ecos.
Kill all humans. Let's see. Firsters think the whole divinity thing is hogwash and believe humans on Kanagiris should focus on Kanagiris. They build ships to blow up everyone else's ships. Goal, end all war, and assume control. So I guess firsters are just like, this is all very stupid. Fuck you. Fair enough.
We're wasting a lot of
Separatists-
time here that could be used to actually better the planet.
Separatists
I'm
also
gonna
think
blow
the
you up.
whole... Separatists either think the whole divinity thing is hogwash or just do not care, fighting for a safe Kanagiris. Separatists don't build ships and rarely engage in open conflict. They're much more inclined towards sabotage and political manipulation. Goal, end the fighting and let the surviving factions do as they please with Ecos.
I am going to
Alright.
make this available to everyone now that it has kind of come out.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming that Jai does not withhold necessarily this knowledge.
No.
Okay.
Oh my god. Why would they ever have two names that are so similar? Branding people. Branding.
Which you're talking about Revitalists versus Reverence?
Even
Yeah.
better, they're the two main conflicting factions in this city.
Fuck me. Do they have
Rev-
do they have like symbols on their flags that we can call them by? Like are one the squids and one the
I actually didn't design
crosses?
flags
I don't know.
for the.
We just call this conflict the Rev versus Rev.
That'll help.
Look, the fight's really revving up, if you know what I mean.
Revis versus Revis.
For a little bit of added clarity on the revitalists, when it says and eradicate the humans, they mean the humans that that they believe are on Ecos and abusing the tools of those gods.
Right. So I'm going to say that the Revitalists have a book on their flag, and the Reverends have a squid. So it's going to be the squids versus the books.
Okay. That makes sense.
All right. Can you
squid on
find
the-
can you find a good symbol for them?
Yeah.
Do it. Something that can be preferably something that can be easily replicated in a non-copyrighted fashion. How does Janitor react to his
This.
or do you want to wait a week and give it some thought?
Yeah, I think unless anyone else has something they want to discuss, I think waiting a week and giving it some thought is probably a good idea.
Oh, yeah, well, I don't know what I expected. Searching flag with a book on it. I got a bunch of books with flags.
Books about flags.
Oh, that's a good one for the reverence.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, that's not right. Let's delete that.
Hmm.
Okay. Let's close out our last few minutes here. Oh wow. With something back.
I guess I have, there is the obvious question of why isn't he just asking the mercenaries who are leaving right now and would probably be happy to drop him and some people off on Ecos.
Like we probably should have asked those mercenaries why they were not.
he
I get the feeling the answer is going to be because they can't pay.
he makes a dismissive gesture and facial expression. You have seen them in their little ships. I've seen your ship.
I'm just sending you over drones.
They can carry maybe 20 people. Supplies for a week. How much can you carry? Don't answer that. I already know.
A lot more.
$5 dues.
And let's end out the session with what is going on over at the Raza. Nemesis has 2 drones that she can't approach the city with too closely.
I've got more than that I can't approach the city with.
You what?
Oh, I've got more than that I can't approach the city too closely with.
Yes.
Uh,
You've got 2 um, combat ships. These are military ships that these mercenaries are flying. That have loaded their goods onto your ship, or whose goods you've loaded onto your ship. And a few security people, as well as Christy, who is out and kind of taken in the Canagarian air. She wanders over to Nemesis. It's a lot prettier out here than I imagined it to be.
yeah, it's not too bad. Snow. It's no Delta rain though.
Have you opened your eyes, young lady?
Yeah, Delta rain's a lot prettier. I mean, sure, this has like the full experience, but yeah, no, it's
How much time do you spend in that game of yours?
about as much as I can, really.
How old are you?
Wow, this is
Wow.
very probing.
Yeah, what a
Gosh,
question to ask a young lady.
I'd forgotten how old I am. Actually,
That's-
let's see.
No, just retreat
I
into.
mean, I think mid.
You're not supposed to ask people what age they are. Like, come on.
No, it's fine. Yeah, once you're old enough, I'm just gonna call her old and say, once you're old enough, you don't really care. God, what is my exact age? I had a number. Huh.
Just say you're an age in whatever your home planet's years are.
It just
Yeah,
yes.
I mean, I want to say it was 27. No,
are,
it was more
are
than
you
that. I think it was
27
already-
in Terran years or
No, no, it
27
was-
in?
We'll say it was 27 in third years, but maybe it was closer to 24.
Well,
Wow. Whatever it did.
ages are counted in mandate years, which are equivalent of
Our years.
old Earth years, yes. For seasonal things, where those are appropriate, they do have a separate, year cycle for those.
Hmm.
Because as much as I would
Hold
like
on.
them to, not every planet orbits exactly 365 and a quarter-ish days.
Anyways, I think it was around 24.
Hmm.
I don't remember what it was by. I mean,
Seems like you
You know-
should be doing more with your time. Don't you have responsibilities on the ship?
I tinker with my drones. Whenever, there's not a good Delta Rain server around.
Hmm.
Oh, have you seen the drone brood mother? It's coming along, I think.
I have seen you call that monstrosity the Broodmother?
Yeah, it's a great name, right? Pops out drones.
It's an alright name. It's a good name.
Wow. Brutal.
She is grinning a little bit.
Look, I was under pressure to put a name. I had to log something in the ship logs. I got that. It's just too weird to change it now.
Drone Factory was taken already?
Drone Factory's boring.
Alright, very well.
I assume nothing. No, there's been no significant events centered around the security at the Raza, right?
No.
Alright.
Christy will continue to chat with Nemesis for as long. She gets a little bit less, accusatory and pointed.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'll chit chat. I'll just I'll check the drone's battery. It's like, oh right, these things will last like 10 days hovering.
And unless anybody else has anything they want to do at the end here, I'll go ahead and wrap this up.